Here we go. A bit of Rugby League action, and we are live. Hey guys, how you going? So down BKRsport. We are live as the South Sydney Rabbitohs take on the Newcastle Knights. Now, normally I'd go live about half an hour to 45 minutes early, sometimes an hour early, but I have been watching the Argentina versus Switzerland game, and gee whiz, viva la Argentina, son. They'll be playing England in the semi-finals. That was just an exciting extra time there with Julian Alvarez scoring, and also Lautaro Martinez. But we got a big day of rugby league here, and hopefully it's a better day than yesterday. Yesterday we saw the Sharkies get a 66-0 win over the Dolphins. We saw a 40-14 win for the Raiders over the Bulldogs, and also a slap up of 28-12 with the Roosters over the Eels. It just really wasn't the most electric of days when it comes to rugby league yesterday. So we've got our high hopes, we've got our high confidence that today is going to save the weekend. We have got first up Rabbitohs Knights, then we've got Manly versus the Cowboys down there at Brookvale Oval, which should be a really big game there, because if the Rabbitohs win this one, then whoever loses that is out of the 8. Whoever wins that is obviously in the 8. Yeah, so that'll be big. And then obviously you get to see me as I get crazy behind my Gold Coast Titans against the Melbourne Storm later on today. But all right, guys, let's go and get into these two team lines before this game starts in 15 minutes time. Do me a favor, smack that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you are new around here, and let's rock and roll. So the Rabbitohs, they come into this game from 8th position. Newcastle Knights come into this game from 5th position, and this is at Accor Stadium in Sydney. Now, the ins here with the Rabbits: Cameron Murray and Campbell Graham, with the outs being Cody Walker, can't kick anybody today, and Edward Corsi. The fullback is Matty Duffy, with the wingers being Dane Jennings and Campbell Graham. Centers of Tallis Duncan and Jack Whiten. You go to the 5'8", Jaden Sullivan, with the halfback being Ashton Ward. The front row forwards are Tavita Totola and Keon Kalamatangi, with the number 9 being Brandon Smith. The back row is David Fafita and Ewan Aiken, and the 13 is Cameron Murray, who is the captain. Interchange: Lachlan Hubner, Jamie Humphreys, John Rattle, Liam LeBlanc, Jai Gray, and Latrell Seagwell, with the coach being Wayne Bennett. It's very interesting here that Jai Gray is on that bench, whilst Matty Duffy is the fullback. That is a very, very interesting decision there, because I don't think Jai Gray's injured, is he? Is Jai Gray injured, or am I losing it? Because he started the fullback last week for the Rabbitohs. Maybe it's a niggling injury that they don't want to start him, but that's interesting to see that one, because Duffy is that starting fullback. So I'm assuming there has to be like a niggle injury for Jai Gray that's keeping him onto that bench over there. But look, this Rabbitohs team, obviously they're going to have to get past the fact that although we criticise Cody Walker a lot for his temperament, he is also such a key critical part of their team. He's so critical of their team that if he goes and his temperament does blow up, they usually will lose the game, which is, I guess, what you saw last week as well. But Cody Walker is such an important part of this team, because their spine is very, it's all over the shop right now. They've got Brandon Smith in the number 9, Ashton Ward in the 7, Jaden Sullivan in the 6, and Matty Duffy in the fullback. You're just not really that afraid of that, you know what I mean? And it's not exactly a fantastic point for the Rabbitohs as we currently speak. They've got, a really good... Well, it's not even... There is a lot of concerns here. Like, the forwards, obviously, they will benefit massively from Payne Haas next year, but I don't know, the Rabbitohs are in a bit of a sticky wicket right now, where this is going to be a very, very difficult game to win. Like, I can't believe the Newcastle Knights are going to win this and they'll go into third. Like, it's insane, really. But, well, not third necessarily, but top 4 anyway. This Knights team obviously aren't a great defensive team, but they are a pretty good attacking team. So I would fully expect the Rabbitohs are going to be under a lot of pressure here today, and it's going to be difficult for them to win this one. Now you go over to the Newcastle Knights, where their ins are Kalen Ponga and Trey Mooney. The outs are Jacob Saifidi, Jermaine McEwen, and Kyle McCarthy. The fullback is Kalen Ponga, who is the captain, with the wingers being Dominic Young and Greg Matthew. Centers of Dane Gagai and Fletcher Sharp. The 5'8" is Sandon Smith, with the halfback being Dylan Brown. Front row forwards are Cody Hopwood and Trey Mooney, with the number 9 being Phoenix Crossland. Back row of Dylan Lucas and Thomas Kant, with Matt Croker as the 13. And then you go to the interchange where... Hold on one second. Gee whiz, hold on. Anyway, we go to the interchange. Tyson Frizzell. There's a little bit of like an itch in the back of my throat just then. Tyson Frizzell, Lachlan Crouch, Harrison Graham, Fletcher Hunt, and Francis Malalua. It doesn't actually have this 19th player here, so I'm not too sure who that is. And then Justin Holbrook is the coach. Go across this team. Obviously, I would prefer to see Fletcher Sharp in the 6 rather than Sandon Smith, but it is what it is. Obviously, I probably would have preferred to have seen Fletcher Sharp into 6 and then Fletcher Hunt into the centres, with Sennett Smith probably being as that 14. But Justin Holbrook thinks otherwise, and that's completely fine. So we'll see how it does pan out here for the Newcastle Knights today. I think that, look, attacking-wise, they're very good. Defensively, they're not so good, but it's because they attack so well, they don't have to defend too much. Attacking-wise, 4-17 through 16 games. It's only worse off than the Panthers, the Warriors, the Roosters, the Dolphins, Manly, and also the Rabbitohs here. So they are the seventh best attacking team. Rabbitohs are the 6th best attacking team. 7th best attacking team. They are the Rabbitohs are the 6th best attacking team. And then you go defensively, 376 points against there for the Knights. Now that's behind the Panthers, the Warriors, the Roosters, the Sharks, not the Dolphins anymore, the Manly Seagulls, the Rabbitohs as well. Rabbitohs are actually better attacking-wise and defensively so far through the season, and that's with one less game played, mind you, which is an interesting little tidbit there. Yeah. That's actually very interesting. So the Rabbitohs are situated in 8th spot with a better attack and a better defense than the Knights. Now, on attack, that tells you more for the Rabbitohs over the Knights. On defense, that tells you kind of a little bit more for the Knights than it does the Rabbitohs, but with that one game extra played, it's still a separating of 58-68, 28 points. So the Rabbitohs would have to give up 28 points in their make-up game there, where the Knights have that bye. They'd have to give up 28 points, which is not completely unlikely. But the point is that, yeah, the Rabbitohs, they're actually 3 wins less right now than the Knights, but yet they do have a better attack, and they do have a slightly better defense. So that is a relative concern there for Newcastle, and this is why Knights fans should realise why we have like these real massive question marks about them, because these kind of stats keep popping up everywhere, and it's like, well, the Knights, they are earning of their spot here, but there is just like a little bit of something that's just not sitting right with me in terms of like being a genuine competitor up the top of the table and as a genuine top 4 team. It just looks really strange when you watch this season so far from an outsider's and a neutral perspective. You're looking at it and going, well, the Knights getting the wins. It's a very similar situation to what the Cowboys have had for a lot of this season, where they were getting wins and they've still got, plenty of wins, still got 9 wins down there. But like their stats were saying 9th best attack and like 10th or 11th best defense. And you're just like, well, how are they in 5th or 4th position? That's where the Cowboys were at one stage. They're up here, and then it equaled itself out and went down here. Now, I don't think that's necessarily going to happen in the Knights today. I'm going to take the Knights to win this game because I just think that this spine is all over the shop here for the Rabbitohs, and they really shouldn't be. They shouldn't be winning this one. If the Knights do lose this one, I'd be pretty happy to think about a fraud alert, because the Rabbitohs shouldn't be winning this game. Not with their team lineup. They shouldn't be winning this one. Jai Gray is on the bench there. Cody Walker is out. It's a huge experience role there in terms of the halves that they surely should be lacking from now. And I just don't feel like the Rabbitohs should be winning. But if they do, they'll do a wonder for their season, because right now, they're fighting to stay in the 8. Because if, for example, we'll talk about this in a second, but if the Rabbitohs go and lose this game and the Cowboys win, the Rabbitohs are actually the ones that are going to be going outside of the top 8, yeah. So if the Cowboys win and the Rabbitohs lose, Rabbitohs will be dropping out of the 8. So that's pretty crazy there. So they are playing desperate football, but then again, the Bulldogs were playing desperate football yesterday, and they got absolutely trounced by a Raiders team that is essentially done for the season. But, that's rugby league. Anything can happen. So I'm going to take the Knights here. I'm going to take them 1-12 because I do think the Rabbitohs will be desperate. And I can see why the Rabbitohs do win this game, but I will take the Knights just because I think they've got a really good timing matchup here against the South Sydney Rabbitohs. Now, in regards to the ladder, the Knights were in 5th position on 26 points, equal with the Cronulla Sharks, who had a 66-0 win yesterday. Over the Dolphins. So the Sharks now have a plus 123. The Knights have a plus 41. So if the Knights had to win this game, they would go above Cronulla into 4th position. And they would also, no, they might not necessarily go above the Sydney Roosters there on 76. They would have to win this game by 26 points or more to go above the Sydney Roosters into 3rd position. So more than likely, they would finish off the round in 4th position. But if they won by, good 26, 30 points, they would go into 3rd above the Sydney Roosters. If the Knights, however, lost this game, well, the Dolphins already played and lost. And that's it. They can't drop any lower. They'll be in 5th position because the Dolphins lost, and Manly, they're still on 22. The Rabbitohs, they're on 22, and the The Cowboys are on 22, 4 points below them. So the lowest the Knights can finish is obviously in 5th. Sharks, obviously, they'll be massive Rabbitohs fans here today because it keeps the Knights below them. And the points differential for the Sharks is just absolutely whopping now after that win yesterday. So Knights with a loss, you'll be 5th, but with a win, you're either 4th or 3rd, more than likely 4th, unless you can get a massive win against South Sydney here to go into 3rd position. Then we go down to the Rabbitohs, who are in a more sticky wicket. They're on 22 points, equal with the Manly Seagulls and also the Cowboys. Manly in 7th with a plus 133, Rabbitohs in 8th with a plus 84, and the Cowboys in 9th with a minus 17. So at the very least, the Rabbitohs have a decent points differential there. It's 5th for the points differential in the competition right now. Just behind teams like the Panthers, the Warriors, the Sharks, and Manly. So if the Rabbitohs were to win this game, they would actually go above the Dolphins. So first off, you'd go above Manly for the time being, but they play the game after this against the Cowboys. But you would also go above the Dolphins because the Dolphins got absolutely trounced 66-0 yesterday. So they're on plus 64. So they were plus 133. Now they're plus 64. So you would jump them into 6th position, and then you'd be 2 points away from teams like the Sharks and the Knights going into next week. And you've already played your bye, so you'll play every single game for every single round for the rest of the season here, Rabbitohs. So yeah, you would go into 6th, but then if Manly beat the Cowboys, Manly would go back above you. Cowboys, if they won, they wouldn't be able to go above you. So yeah, with a win, you'd be in 6th position, but if Manly win, you'd then be in 7th position. However, if you lose this game, well, you would really want Manly to win that game. So Manly on their plus 133, you lose this. The lowest you can go is into 9th, but that would be out of the top 8 if the Cowboys had to beat Manly. And that's the game right off this one. So you would just have to really hope Manly win. If Cowboys win, you're in 9th. If Manly win, no matter what, you'll still be in 8th. And unless you lost by 110 points and the Cowboys lost by 1, and that's not happening, right? So that's how the ladder situates itself. Obviously, still 8 rounds to go after today, 9 rounds to go, including today. But we are really into the home stretch now, and it's going to get really fiery around that top 8 battle. And between teams like the Rabbitohs, the Cowboys, Manly, Bulldogs, you kind of said sayonara a little bit. Like, you're not dumb, but like that performance showed you a lot in regards to, you pretty much said sayonara with a minus 102 points differential as well. Storm will still probably be up there. They get to play the Titans today. It shows to me today, like if the Storm go and win by 40 or 50 today, then that'll tell me that the Storm are ready to rock and roll coming into the finals. Like, they need to... I did hear that Munster might be out, which is crazy. Cameron Munster is out of that game. That's actually really crazy to me. Cameron Munster is actually out of that game. I'm super surprised that they're doing that, considering that they are so desperate in terms of getting into that top 8 battle. Yeah, they've got Jerome Hughes back, but Trent To'olau comes into that 6. I just think that you want to play all your best players right now. I just feel like you need to be playing as many of your best players as you possibly can. Although you come up against the Titans, the Titans still beat a weakened Panthers team the other week as well. So you got to be a little bit, concerned about that one. But anyway, long story short, the Rabbitohs, yeah, you're either in 8th or 9th with a loss. It just comes down to that Cowboys game right after this. But there we go, guys. Let's get into the chat. Let's see what you are saying. Obviously, hit that like button, subscribe if you are new around here. I'm taking the Knights, but I'm never ultimately undeniably confident, but I will take the Newcastle Knights to win this game. Larry says, Fletcher Sharp, first try scorer. Don't mind him there in the centre for a first try scorer. Don't mind him. If I was going to go try scorers today for the Rabbitohs, I'm going to link in with the Matty Duffy from the fullback. I don't mind a bit of Jackie Whiten, but I'll go with the Matty Duffy in the fullback there for the Rabbitohs today, because I just feel like there must be a reason for this. There must be a reason for Matty Duffy being selected as the fullback in favour of, obviously, Jai Gray, who is on the bench there. So yeah, I'm going to go Matty Duffy there. There must be a reason for that. And then I will also lock in with maybe like a little bit of... I'm going to go with a Keon. I don't think Keon scored so far this season. I'm going to go with Keon Kalamatangi. I think he's been a little bit better recently. I'll go with Keon. And then for the Knights, I think I will maybe lean with a bit of Fletch. Who's Dane Jennings going up on his side? I think Greg Martin and Fletcher Sharp. I'm going to go Greg. I think Dane Jennings had a fantastic game against the Panthers last week, but I think Greg Martin might have a big game here. I think Greggy Martin might be able to have a really, really big game here. So I'm going to go Greggy Martin. And then in regards to the forwards, I'm going to link up with... There's only really one forward that really looks likely, and that's Dylan Lucas, right? Like, Dylan Lucas is kind of the only guy that you look at, like Matt Croker, Thomas Kahn, Trey Mooney, Phoenix Crossland, Cody Hopwood, Dylan Lucas. I'm just going to have to go Dylan Lucas. Like, there's not a great deal of X-factor excitement there from that Newcastle Knight forward pack, really, in terms of like try-scoring excitement. So, yeah, I will go with the Dylan Lucas. So, overall, I'll go Matty Duffy and Keon Kamatangi. For the Knights, I'm going to go Greggy Matthew and Dill Lucas, the big old Dill Lucas. So, Knights have run out into the field here. Rabbitohs about to come out now. Taj says, Cody going to get angry if he played. Well, that's what happens every week. XXX says the Knights can attack when they hold the ball. Good to see BKR. A pleasure as always. Well, yeah, appreciate you for tuning in, but that's not really what I was saying. What I was saying here, I don't know what's going on over there, but what I was saying was that the Knights don't typically have to defend too much because they've got the ball and they're able to attack. So when you're attacking with the ball, you're not on the defense, right? When you're attacking with the ball, you're not having to defend, and that's what we were saying. Evan Kill says, what happened to the football this morning, mate? Yeah, look, I just decided this morning, I leave those streams up there so that you guys can chat away in the chat and whatnot. This morning I decided I was only able to watch the second half of the England-Norway game, which was controversial, to say the least. Obviously watched that Argentina game, which was just awesome. I just decided that, look, the weekend is just so tiring for me with 3 NRL games and then 3 NRL games today as well, and traveling this week, and there's just a lot going on, man. So I wasn't able to do them this morning, but you know, we're getting into, like I said, this FIFA World Cup has just been a little bit of a testing the waters in regards to putting my foot in, and then we'll obviously explode afterwards, man. So yeah, that's why I wasn't here this morning, but I do leave those streams up just so that you guys can still chat away as a community and whatnot. But the game has started here, guys, and it's going to be third tackle for Newcastle Knights at the 35. Obviously, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new around here. Let me just refresh this live score. Let me just refresh this live score. Someday soon it will go. At some point, there we go. Now it's working. So fifth tackle for Newcastle, and they'll be at the 50, heading towards the Rabbitohs line. Brenton says, Khan Newey send me a happy man to work. We have no starting 4-pack today. Young guns have to step up. Absolutely, but the Rabbitohs, they're in a little bit of a shambles themselves still in terms of injuries and just in terms of they're deciding to go with different players, and it's a bit all over the shop of South Sydney right now. That's going to be fifth tackle for the Knights, and Rabbitohs will get the ball here at the 42. Tatala says, let's go Knights. Just hopped up from Argentina's game. Jeez, how crazy was that Alvarez goal? Julian Alvarez. I think that's his first ever World Cup goal too, mind you. Nice to win by 36 points. Trayon says, I think we should investigate Cronulla. Their defense was moving too fast yesterday. The ball is giving an unfair advantage. It was a brilliant performance from them. Brilliant performance from them yesterday. Trey says, I think we should investigate. Oh, I've already read that comment. How many everyone else is holy? Just saw that second goal from Argentina. Unbelievable. Just fantastic stuff. Up the Bunny says, I know this isn't about the game, but Max Holloway just won due to Conor McGregor getting injured. I'm so pissed right now because Conor is one of my favourite fighters in the UFC. Yeah, that's probably him done, though. Fourth tackle now for the Rabbitohs, and David Fafita. He'll bring this ball now to the 35 on fifth tackle on the nice side of the field. I hope John has a great birthday. Home the NRL says, obviously, as a Sharks fan, I want the Rabbits to win, but still doesn't take away from our win. Well, what does that have to... What? That comment doesn't even make sense. It still doesn't take away from our win. Oh, okay. What you're saying is, like, even if the Knights would win, like, it still doesn't... No, but no one's saying that. No one's saying that at all. Harrison says, is there a mistake on the table? I don't see the Raiders. No, there's definitely not a mistake. Ever since you started supporting the Raiders, they are now ass. You are the reason for it, Harrison. Yes. Yes, no, they're not there. No, they are not there. At least they won yesterday, but they're definitely not there, mate. And you won't be seeing them on this table probably for the rest of this season. But anyway, says Titans will give them Storm a good scare. Samson Sammy will score. Hopefully the Titans can do something. It's nothing to do with Sammy there, but like hopefully the Titans can do. Fletcher Sharp nearly gets away there. He'll be at the 50 on fifth tackle. Hopefully the Titans can give him a little bit of a scare down there in Melbourne. Obviously they're not playing Cameron Munster, which is just a huge decision. So yeah, hopefully we can go and surprise them like we did the Penrith Panthers a couple of weeks ago. That was at Seabus. This is in Melbourne, which is a little bit different. What do you think about the Crichton injury? I think that it is similar to May's shoulder injury at the Tigers. I think there might be a problem with clubs looking after their players' best interests. Well, I'm not a doctor, so I don't know in regards to the Crichton injury. I also don't know what your actual question here is, Peter. I think that it's similar to May's shoulder injury at the Tigers. Okay. Don't really understand the reference point here. I think that there might be a problem with clubs looking after players' best interests. I don't understand what you're actually saying here, though. Like, what are you actually saying in this comment? That doesn't make any sense. And also, what do you mean, what do I think about the Crichton injury? Of course, I feel sad that Crichton's gotten injured, and God bless him, but I don't actually know that any point that you're making here. I'm really confused. Anyway, so the Knights are going to get this ball here at the 5, and Kalen Ponga, if I'm completely just misunderstanding it and you've got a real solid point, that'd be great, but that from that comment alone, that makes no sense. Jasmine says, who are the favourites for this game? I don't know. I would assume probably Newcastle. Maybe favourites. I don't get to see the odds. I'd say Newcastle are probably favourites. And he says, afternoon, guys. How are we all? In honour of Jai, I have some brownies in the oven. Good stuff. Clint says, let's hope this is better than the McGregor fight. What a disgusting fight. Benny says, please tell me you didn't watch that main event. No, I've been watching Argentina versus Switzerland, which was a great game. Knights out of the right-hand side, Dylan Brown. Dylan Brown underneath now to Dane Gagai. And Dane Gagai gets away here. That's an obstruction. There's an obstruction there. Or maybe not. Dylan Brown might actually just score himself here. Dylan Brown might score back onto the inside. Dane Gagai, he gets the ball offload. There's going to be a try for the Knights, but there may be an obstruction back at halfway. So Sandon Smith is going to score here. The referee, I think, has played the advantage here. I think Grant Atkins here has played it out to see if the bunker can pick it out, which is actually really good refereeing. So if this is an obstruction, then it will come back for it. I'm pretty certain this is an obstruction here, but well done, Grant Atkins, for letting it play out. So that's fine there. He runs through the line. They go out to the right side. Gagai comes back inside. And then the Knights player's there and blocks off his run. It's 1,000,000% going to be obstruction. There's a penalty for Rabbitohs coming up at the halfway point. But well done, Grant Atkins, for allowing that play through so that the bunker can come back and call it as an obstruction, because otherwise he could have just called it straight away and then there could have been potentially not been an obstruction. Like, I'm okay with him letting them play that out. So this should be Rabbitohs ball here at the 50. We're still waiting for them to yeah, here we go. Bunker's coming in now. So no try. Knights should win this. Can't believe the betting is almost 50-50. I would agree. Like, the Knights should win this game. And that's a great start for them, but it is going to be an obstruction there against the Knights. Stops in the line, denies the opportunity. So no try. Penalty to the Rabbitohs. They will go on to the attack here. Beautiful. Beautiful. They will go on to the attack. They should be about 30-odd metres out or so. I'll try. Aspect says, Newcastle paying $1.70 and think Rabbits $2.03. Well, like, they're pretty close to each other on the table. And again, the Rabbitohs this season actually have a better attack and a better defense than the Knights. Better attack and better defense. So I guess that's why it is so even. But the Rabbitohs really shouldn't be winning this game. And that's the thing, like, with the Knights, people are still very hesitant in regards to Newcastle. And for good reason, but people are still very hesitant in regards to Newcastle. So 25 metres away from the line, Rabbitohs with the ball. They give it to Talis Duncan, then off to Tavita Totola, and Tavita Totola is going to be 22 metres away from the line, first tackle. Trey says, do you think if the Titans made their players shave their head? You're really obsessed with this bald stuff, eh? Like, Trey, do you know how to make a comment that isn't just about the bald men of the Sharks? I swear every single time you comment is about someone being bald. Like, it's funny, it is, but it's just a lot. Like, every comment is about players being bald. So, third tackle now at the 10, and it's going to go out to the right-hand side of Jaden Sullivan. Sullivan's going to be 5 metres away for tackle. Yeah, if they got tackled, they can't go back to it. So, ballsy from Atkins. No, it was a... Yeah, well, that's actually true. Yeah, if they had got tackled, then... Well, maybe you might have seen Atkins play the advantage there and then call it back. You might have seen if they got tackled, he may have gone back for the penalty. It would have been a late call and we would have been like, wow, that's late. But I would have... Oh, Talis Duncan, he's on the sideline. Great defense there from Dylan Brown. He's one of the best defensive halfbacks in the competition. Dylan Brown, what an incredible defensive halfback in this competition. And that was a fantastic tackle there from him. And they go over the sideline here. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff there from Newcastle defensively. You don't usually say that overall, but they did. Well, they did. So Knights ball now at the 15 on their own side of the field. And Fletcher Sharp brings it to the 25. I don't think the internet's messing up here today, guys, but just let me know if it does, because it's going a lot slower today than it has in this different place that I'm in. Like, I'm getting a little bit of blurry vision in regards to my game footage on watchalong.com, so I know that's on my end. He's lost the ball there, Knights. He's lost the ball, so it's going to be Rabbitohs ball here at the 35. No, like, the jokes are fine, Trey. It's just like every comment. Like, you just got to pick your moments rather than kind of like every single comment. 7 minutes gone here in the first half. Brown is thriving at Newcastle. He's having a better Belter season, best he's looking ages. Well, yeah, he's been brilliant. It's crazy because there's been like a real lot of media slapping of Dylan Brown lately. Like we've seen the media target him for some reason, and I just don't understand why. I don't understand why they're trying to insinuate this has been a poor season from him. He's been really good. Oh, hold on a second. Grant Atkins is pausing the game for something. Cam, high contact in that tackle. It's actually going to be a penalty to Newcastle Knights. So it's not a knock on against Newcastle. It's going to be a penalty. Who said that? I think it was Fox League that had like him in the top 3 disappointing signings of the season or something like that. And there was also another Fox broadcast at some point on a Fox page on Instagram that had him in one of the most overpaid players in the game or something. There's like a hit piece being done on Dylan Brown at the moment, and I just don't understand it. Like he's been brilliant for New Zealand last year. He's been brilliant for the Knights this year, and I just don't get why they've decided to come for him. It's like it was pre-planned that he was just not going to do well at the Knights, so we're just going to put this post out and include him. Or it might even just be rage bait, comment bait, which a lot of the big-time brands and big-time organizations are doing nowadays. They are trying to get you to comment a lot by saying something ridiculous, and then they get you to, spam the comments and calling them idiots, which obviously helps their analytics. Knights at the right-hand side here. Here's a chance. Oh, Callum Ponga, he's going to score. Yep, Callum Ponga is going to score there. He falls off the tackle. He's allowed to get up. He falls off the tackle. And it will be a try time there for the Knights. Rabbitohs defense just simply not good enough there. Not good enough there. It was going to be a turn for the Knights, but Cameron Murray gave away that penalty for the high tackle, and then the Knights are going to go up the other end of the field, and they are going to score. Tallis Duncan, he gets around the ankles, but he slips off of the tackle, and then it's just way too easy for Callum Ponga to get up and just walk over the line. 4-0 here with the kick to come. Yeah, Rabbitohs not good defensively today. I don't trust Fox on anything. Before the season started, they had Royce Hunt for the player under the most pressure going into 2026. Well, that's just silly. Royce Hunt, the player with the most pressure, he's not even top 10. Royce Hunt? How was Royce Hunt the player with the most pressure in 2026? Royce Hunt? KB hasn't scored in months. Well, there he goes. First try scored. It is Callum Ponga. It was way too easy after the Tallis Duncan. Obviously. Oh, no. This is going to be disallowed, lads. This is going to be disallowed. The bunker's coming in. So this must be an obstruction here for maybe Dane Gagai. Dane Gagai, he is going to... Oh, okay. Yeah, he is going to contact the Rabbitohs player, Jaden Sullivan. It's a no try. Penalty here coming up for the Rabbitohs. Yeah, it does cause a disadvantage because I think that ultimately Callum Ponga is just going to score there, but with that being said, it is an obstruction. It is a penalty. They're both the correct calls. They are both the correct calls, unfortunately. Benny says, yeah, why is Royce Hunt with the most pressure? He don't play in the spine to warrant that much pressure. No, like with all due respect to Royce's name, no one thinks about Royce Hunt. I can tell you right now, at the Tigers alone, you could name at the very least 3 players above him. You can name most players above him, but guys like Jerome Luai, he would have been completely under pressure. Pre-2026 is what we're thinking about here. Adam Dewey, absolutely. You would have even made the argument for Dream Buller, maybe not Dream Buller, but. Sonia Tarova was definitely one you'd have more so over him, even though he's just a winger. I feel like somewhat of Faionu, but then again, I had him as my breakout play this year, but Faionu was really disappointing on what we know he can be. Now he's killing it. First tackle now the Rabbitohs at the 33. Would Walsh be high pressure? Reece Walsh, yeah, he'd be under high pressure, but that doesn't mean really anything. Like, it's not like he's getting sacked from the Broncos this year. Next year, he'll be under extreme pressure, Reece Walsh. Yeah, for sure. 30 minutes to go in the first half here, guys. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new around here. Now go out to the left-hand side. Keelan Kamatangi. Oh, my gosh. I called him for a try. That would have been amazing. 5 metres out. They go quickly. Brandon Smith to Vita Totola. 2, 3 metres away from the line. Trey Mooney is down here. I think he's going to come up for the HIA. He's going to have to come up for a HIA here, Trey Mooney. I don't know where he is. God bless him. Oh, 6 again as well here for the Rabbitohs, mind you. Yeah, Trey Mooney 1,000,000% has to come off for HIA. 2 first tries taken back. Must be some disappointed punters who celebrated. Yeah, for sure, especially with Callum Ponga. Especially with Kalaponga. Kyle most pressure in the comp for 2026? No, mate. No, mate. He's gone past the point of pressure. Kyle Flanagan's not under pressure. The pot's already boiled. So Tyson Frizzell will come on. Trey Mooney will come off. Trey Mooney will come off here. So Rabbitohs 3 meters out. I swear they called a 6 again there. Well, we heard the 6 again thing in the stadium, but it hasn't updated the tackle count on the screen. Is Dane Jennings playing? Dane Jennings is playing, yes. And they go to the right-hand side. Matty Duffy over the top, right-hand side. Campbell Graham! Try time for the Rabbitohs. Try time for the Rabbitohs, and they lead 4-0 with a kick to come. Well, let's just wait and see if this one gets given, because we've seen 2 no tries already from Newcastle. By the way, this was the game about 2 months ago now that was 44-38 or 42-38 to the Knights at the start. Oh, no, well, maybe for a Dragons fan. Nobody else was thinking about Kyle Flanagan, but sure. For a Dragons fan, yeah, you'd be right. But Rabbitohs, right-hand side. There's nothing wrong there. Nothing wrong there. Run straight to the line. This is a try time. Campbell Graham over. Try time. Bing bong. Mudder beach. And too easy there for Campbell Graham. Beautiful day there in Sydney. Beautiful day there in Sydney. Geez, we have seen a high-scoring first 10 minutes. I know it's only 4-0, but we have seen 3 tries scored, even though it is only 4-0. So it has been... Oh, did he quit? You're telling me, did Conor McGregor quit? As in, he hurt his leg and quit? Yeah, that's definitely him done. Dave wants his Knights are up 24-0, I think, in a previous match, then South came back to just lose. What, this year? No, this year was the 42-38 game. This year was the game where it went down to the last minute or so. Rabbitohs stole it in the 78th minute, and then the Knights stole it back. So we do have confirmation of this one. It is a try time. Let's see if Rabbits put Fitty on. Oh, Benny, you can't talk about the Fitty bum until the Thrifty 30's been hit. Oh no. Oh no, Benny. Oh boy. That's a sad one there, Benny. You'll live and learn, son. You'll live and learn, sir. But he will miss the kick and it will stay 4-0. No, McGregor tried to run out the gate and do a flying high kick and probably blew his ACL on the landing. God bless him. Jeez, that's rough to hear. That is definitely him done. And it's really difficult for people to, come to terms with, because obviously that's been one of their favourite fighters there, or that's the guy who got them into UFC kind of deal. A lot of people have an infatuation with Conor McGregor, obviously. I have a large amount of support for him because of that. But all right, the Rabbitohs will get this ball at 15 on first tackle. And they give it out to the right side to Vita Totola. And it'll be second tackle now here at the 20. 2 games in 2 days at a core, I feel disgusted. Yeah, look, it's not my favourite stadium, that's for sure. Captain Dishy says, nice not playing good early. Mate, they've scored 2 tries. It's just that both of them were obstructions. They've already scored 2 tries. 4 tackle now for the Rabbitohs at the 45. Now fit tackle. Sharp and Keon and the Knights win. $630 win. Well, good luck. All right, so they go to the right-hand side. And Greggy Marty gets this ball, and he's going to bring this one out here to the 20. I just realised that Greggy Marty's on Jack Whiten's side, so I'd be more so looking towards Dom Young's side against Dane Jennings. Dom Young will be taken down here at the 25 on second tackle. And now Knights will beat the 30 on Kalaponga. And Thomas Kant to the 40 on fourth tackle. Well, look, this is a weird one to break down, really, this first 13 minutes. It's a really strange one to break down. Oh, no. Knights knock this ball back, and Rabbitohs, they'll get the ball. He didn't... Oh, did he knock that ball on? Campbell Graham's knocked the ball on here at the 25. Very lucky there for Newcastle. Very, very lucky there for Newcastle. Campbell Graham, he will knock that ball on. Yeah, he does, as he's trying to get down for it. Oh, maybe this has got the settings sorted. Yeah, I don't know. It's got like blurry here on watchalong.com. I don't know why. Brandon Smith has been good so far. Well, I've got Dylan Brown in my... Because I had Nathan Cleary Because Nathan Cleary has got a bye this round, I had to pick up Dylan Brown and put him into my Supercoach. So I'd really like the Knights to start doing something. That would be really nice. And Matt Croker gets his ball to 35 on second tackle. Crossland out to Dylan Lucas, and Lucas is going to be at the 50 on third tackle. Phoenix Crossland. This is Sandon Smith. At the back here, Dylan Brown. Then off to Kanaponga. Kanaponga gets it across to Dom Young. Dom Young's away. Dom Young's away. Great space. Great space. He's got Dylan Brown back on his inside. There he is. No, he's out the sideline. Damn it. I was about to get some good points. Dylan Brown too. Dom Young will go over the sideline. Dom Young will go over the sideline. And otherwise, that's 3 tries. Now he's definitely well over the sideline. They've scored 3 tries now. Obviously, all 3 of them coming back, though. All of them have been legit. That is definitely out. The first ones were definitely obstruction. Big ol' yikes. Great song. So first tackle now for the Rabbitohs at the 35. They go to the right side of Campbell Graham, and he'll get this ball now to the 50. By the way, Blake, picking up Bellingham this week. Very important. Very, very important. Got a pretty big gap there at the top of the table now in regards to our fantasy. Intercept by Dane Gagai. Dane Gagai's away. Dane Gagai at the 40, the 35, the 30. Back on the inside of Dom Young. Oh, he's going to lose the ball. Oh, Knights are their own worst enemies right now, bro. They're their own worst enemies as we speak. Rabbitohs 0 tackle at their own 10. Oh, no, Newcastle. You're your own worst enemies as we currently speak. First tackle at the 15. That's another try gone begging. 4 tries gone begging for Newcastle today. Well, the best defender on Dom Young is Dom Young. That is true. Rabbitohs now to the 30 on third tackle. This is torture. Yeah, it's like they're just really threatening to open up, but they just can't get the final play. Over the line twice, then one being out, and then one being a knock on here. It's just crazy. Keon Kalamatangi, great offload there to Brandon Smith, and Smith is going to run this ball back inside to the 45. Great post contact there. Fair tackle. And it'll be Ashton Ward, and he'll put that ball down. Oh, what is Greg Matthew doing? What the hell are the Knights doing right now? A knock on here from Newcastle. What's happening? What did Greg Matthew just do? Did he just completely... Did his controller just disconnect? Oh, Greg Matthew is down injured right now. God bless him. What is Greg Matthew doing, bro? I don't know. I don't understand what's happening right now. Greg Matthew's controller just completely disconnected. So that's going to be... Dane Jennings comes off the field, so Jai Gray will come onto the field here. I'm having a vape break. Fair enough. Catch any of the Wallabies game last night? I did not, thankfully. I know the result. So Jennings comes off and Gray comes on. I don't understand what Greg Matthews just done there. His controller completely disconnected. Just completely disconnected there. There's nothing wrong with what David Fafita did. Like, it's unfortunate there. It's just been connected with pretty strongly in the ribcage area, but there was nothing wrong with the tackle there from Dave Fafita. And Greg Matthew is trying to walk out maybe like a cork or something. I'm not too sure. But he is struggling at the moment, Greg Matthew. God bless him. But I still, like, I don't understand how they even got to that situation. Like, it was just a controller disconnect. All right, so 10 meters away from the line, the Rabbitohs get it across here at the 20 and a chance to take a 10-0 lead here. Kalamatangi, good post contact to the 10. 6 again, mates. This was the perfect week before a ha-ha team said, hold my beer. Yeah, they definitely said, hold my beer, Daz. They definitely said, hold my beer. First tackle now at the 5. And they'll get it across. Keon Kalamatangi. 6 again. First tackle now. Second tackle at the 3. Second tackle at the 3. Brandon Smith Out the left. Jaden Sullivan, 2 metres away from the line. Third tackle. Knights, what's going on here, man? You're showing fraudy. Stop it, Newcastle. You're showing fraudy McFraudster. Fourth tackle now, 10 metres away from the line. Brandon Smith goes out to the right. Underneath here, Tavita Tatola. Try time for the Rabbitohs. It's 8-0 here with a kick to come. It is 8-0 here with a kick to come, and it's about to be 10-0. Tavita Tatola goes bing, bong, bing. Try time, and the Knights right now showing a little bit of Fraudy McFraudster. Little tiny bit of Fraudy McFraudster as we currently speak on Mundos. Yes. This is just too... Like, again, the Knights have gone over the line a couple times, but... Guys, it's 8-0 with a kick to come. It's about to be 10-0. Wrap it up, wrap it in. Let it begin. That's not the words, but the matter. 22 minutes to go here to first half, and Knights getting done a Mundos right now. Getting done a Mundos. Yeah, I think there is a little bit of... I think there is a bit of issues with my internet today. South were always going to be up for this, with it being Jaira's birthday. I don't think, like, with all due respect to that notion, because, like, some teams do, some teams don't, but I don't think it's really actually about that. I think it's more so about the fact that they need to win to stay in the top 8. Like, Jaira's birthday is essentially the same as, like, milestones and all this sort of stuff, and I think that it obviously means something to them, but it's like, I think people really overrate this kind of stuff. I'm not saying necessarily you. I'm just saying in general. People really overrate these kind of things in terms of, like, the players will be up for it because of this reason. And it's like, well, they really realistically shouldn't need that to be up for it. And especially when they're in the thick of a top 8 battle right now. But the Knights are definitely showing real signs of fraudy. I don't know what's happening here. I'm going to try and... I might try and switch the internet, guys. Like, obviously, I can tell that the internet is struggling for some reason. I'm going to try and switch the internet. So just stick in the chat. Stay here. I'll be 2 seconds. I'm going to try and see if I can switch it around here. Give me 1 second. And Rabbitohs will get this ball and bring it out here to the 10. Because everything was fine, and now it's obviously not. Hold on. Penalty here to the Rabbitohs. I've switched internets. I'm a huge Knights fan, mate. But let's just throw them on the fraud now. Get it over and done with. Fair enough. 20 minutes gone here, guys, in the first half. 20 minutes to go. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Quick tap from the bunnies there. Okay, fair enough. Guys, just comment in the chat how many fingers I'm holding up so that I know that we are live again. Rabbitohs now second tackle on the 35. Second tackle now. And roll it back to Brandon Smith. 4. Thank you, Aspects. They're not too far behind. Is it better now? Like, seems like the internet's better for me as well. Like, I'm watching the game now and it's not blue. I don't know why it would be doing this. Okay, so come ahead. We're just going to hide you from the channel, bro. You're just an idiot at this point. You're just an idiot. So third tackle now at the 42. DSB says, this game appears to be already bought out. Knights making too many suspect mistakes. Wrong. You are just betting on Newcastle and you're just annoyed that the Knights are losing the game right now. Okay, so we are back now. Hopefully the internet goes well. I can't do anything about it here, guys. The Knights, this is the Knights, man. Like, if you watch the Newcastle, you know this is entirely possible, DSB. I just believe that you've put a bet on Newcastle and you're disappointed right now that they are making these mistakes. This is the Newcastle Knights. This is how they play. This is them. This is not ultimately a surprise. Like, they should be better than this, but this is why we keep talking about concerns and frustrations and questions that we have with Newcastle, and that's why it's astounding that they're a top 4 team. It is astounding, and Knights fans get it, and most don't question it. Most don't go back at it. Most people get it. The Knights are a major question mark. Aspect says, pay your internet bill, you mother. Dude, I'm in Vietnam. What are you talking about? 4th tackle now for the Rabbitohs. They'll be at the 20. I think they can come back. I'm definitely a little upset right now. Look, it happens. But as soon as... This is the thing, man. Whenever someone brings up mafia, which is what you get in Asian football streams, or someone brings up, rigged and wrought and all that type of stuff, and there's not really been any controversial calls, you always know that person's bet on the opposite result to what's happening. And Kalen Ponga here, he's going to get through. There's a long time to go here. The game is well on. Sean says 17 lights, hit the button. Yeah, smash the thumbs up button if you haven't already. Fletcher Sharp brings his ball to the 35 on second tackle. Woo Rabbits in front. Cedar places Ponga playing. What headgear is that? Yes, that is Ponga playing. Third tackle now at the 30. They roll it back here to Fletcher Sharp. They've got the attack. They've got the ball. They're on the attack here. The Knights. Dylan Brown gets taken down here at the 25. And now out to the left-hand side. Tyson Frizzell, fit tackle here at the 13. Fit tackle at the 13. Tyson Frizzell rolls about to fence Crossland. He gets it across to Sandon Smith. Dylan Brown. Kanaponga, quick passing. Hits the grass. Greg Marty back at the 20. They kick this ball through. And Rabbitohs will get an easy one here for Matty Dufty. And he's going to have space. He's going to have space. And he brings out the 15. Jeez, I tell you what, Newcastle, this is major alert signs happening as we speak. Jack Whiten brings his ball to the 20. He's claiming that there is a crush on his head here, or he's claiming there's pressure on the back of his neck, but he's going to slowly get up. He's going to slowly get up here. So Jack Whiten taken down here at the 20. And they're not going to call any penalty. But we third tackle here at the 30 now for Campbell Graham. Ashton Ward back onto the inside. And now they'll be at the 35 on fourth tackle. Come on. At the 35, they go to Keon Kalamatangi. And Kalamatangi brings this ball to the 42 now on fifth tackle. Ashton Ward. He'll whack this one down to about the 10, and the Knights should be able to come out of it here. Oh my gosh, that's a really risky pass there from the Knights, but Dom Young smacked down to the 10. Aspects, it's not necessarily if Argentina get any call, it's rigged. Yeah, that is how people usually think. It is usually about if Argentina get any kind of benefit, then yeah, 100% it is rigged. That is how the society unfortunately operates there. Third tackle now for the Knights. They're going to get this ball here to the 20. They'll go to Tyson Frizzell. Frizzell now. Sennett Smith knocked on here from the Rabbitohs. And Kanaponga will get this ball. First tackle back at the 15 now. Zero tackle. That'll be a knock on. But just nothing happening here for Newcastle as we speak. Dylan Brown at the 27 or so. And Dylan Lucas to the 35. Going to work out of a lot of just right now. It's just right now. It really is. They go out to the right. Dylan Brown. Kanaponga gets monstered in the tackle. He'll be at the 45. Gets the offload away. Dane Gagai. Dom Young. And he'll be taken down to the 40. He's on the ground. He's thrown the ball anyways. Rabbitohs ball to 40. Knights playing awful here. Knights are playing awful footy at the moment. Rabbitohs done well there. They get the ball at the 40. First tackle. FIFA don't want to ruin Messi's fairy tale ending. There was no penalty for Egypt. There was no penalty for Egypt. If anybody watches football and they genuinely watch football and they do it without their bias talking, there was no penalty for Egypt. It was not a penalty. The penalties in the 2022 World Cup were also penalties. And there's no concerns in regards to that Switzerland game today. Fifth tackle now at 30. What there is a concern about is Spider-Cam giving the goal to England. And they'll kick this ball across here. Dom Young, Jai Gray. What the fuck was that from Dom Young? What on earth was that from Dom Young? It's going to be Rabbitohs ball here at the 10. What's he doing? How are you Falcon? This is one of those games. It's one of those games. It's one of those games. What on earth was that there from Dom Young? It's just come down to the top of his head and it's just gone over the sideline. Tim say you're Australian. Yes, mate. I'm from the Gold Coast. I don't know what that was from Dom Young, man, but it was something special. It was something special, that's for sure. All right. First tackle for the Rabbitohs. And they'll beat the 5. One of those weeks. It is just one of those weeks. It's one of those rounds, man. Keon Kalamatangi is going to get this ball to 3, to the 2. Second tackle. And now to Jaden Sullivan. Quick passing. Jack Whiten. And Campbell Graham at the 5. Third tackle. Roll it back here to Jack Whiten, who gets it across here to Ashen Ward. Ashen Ward all the way to Lachlan Hubner. And Hubner's now at the 8 on 5th tackle. Or is that 4th tackle? It's 4th tackle. Matty Dufty, Dave Fafita. Fafita's going to score. Oh my gosh, Knights, you are playing dreadful right now. It's 14-0 here with a kick to come. South Sydney Rabbitohs are in again, and this is a nightmare for Newcastle. This is a nightmare for Newcastle right now. 11.5 to go, and we're seeing the Knights getting slaughtered right now. That was soft. Yeah, it's a really, really easy try there for Dave Fafita. Sandon Smith not good enough defensively. Like, again, Fletcher Sharp should be 6. Fletcher Hunt should be in the centres. Dylan Brown obviously 7. Callum Ponga fullback. Sandon Smith 14. That's the Knights we knew all along. Yeah, the Knights have returned today. One good game, that's all we're asking for. Yeah, but Mitchell, obviously you got the top of the table Titans playing later on today. Of course it's going to be a great game. Of course it is. Of course it is. You know, they're the greatest team of all time. 6 again, mate. Says Ponga is so inspired by his dad, Stephen Crichton and Matt Burton, so he changed his headgear colour. So 6 again, mate. I'm going to put it out there. I don't know if there's too much inspiration happening right now at the Ha-Ha team, Canterbury Bulldogs. Yes. I don't know how much inspiration is being taken from the Canterbury Bulldogs right now across the competition. No. Don't know about that one. Don't know about that one. Do not know about that one. As a Waz fan, this result has me beaming. As a Sharks, the Sharks fans here should be cheering right now. The Sharks will stay top 4. So Jamie Humphries onto the field, and he will take the conversion, and he will miss the conversion. So we'll say 14-0 to the Rabbitohs. With 10 minutes to go in the first half here, guys. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. It is 14 points to 0. Reggie the Rabbit, he's fired up here on the sideline. Daz loves him. Everyone loves Reggie the Rabbit. Who doesn't love Reggie the Rabbit? Daz, mate, big fan. Massive fan. Jeez, we love Reggie. We love you, Reggie. Reggie the Rabbit. We love you, Reggie. Reggie Rabbit. We love you, Reggie. Reggie the Rabbit. Oh, Reggie the Rabbit. We love you, Reggie. Come on, Dad, sing it with me. I know you love it. Mitchell says, Reggie's a cat. You shut your dirty mouth and wash it out with soap. Reggie is amazing. Reggie, what a man. Lagan says, fuck up, Reggie. Reggie is the greatest. Gee whiz. Reggie is by far the greatest. And the Rabbitohs will knock the ball on to the Knights now. Okay, do something, Newcastle. Dylan Brown gets his ball to the 24 on 0 tackle. How good's Reggie? Rabbits win. I'm assuming they go to 6th. They will go to 6th, but then Manly could win against Cowboys after this, and then they would go to 7th. Dylan Brown out to Dane Gagai. Dane Gagai gets taken out of the 10 on 2nd tackle. A bit late for the Barmy Army chant. Well, it's got nothing to do with England, but, you know. They go out to the left hand. Smith, quick passing. Dylan Lucas, if you knock that ball on, I might have a heart attack. 3rd tackle at the 5. The Knights, Fence Crossland, Sandon Smith, Dylan Brown. Brown's going to get taken in the tackle. No, he will get the offload away. Dane Gagai. Dane Gagai kicks his ball through for Dom Young. Jai Gray puts it down for a dropout coming up. 6 again, mate, says, are we going to forget Reggie basically assaulted a child last year? That's crazy coming from a Dogs fan, knowing that the Dogs fans quite literally assaulted an old man. You guys literally assaulted the man inside the suit of Reggie. The guy inside the suit of Reggie the Rabbit, for people who don't know, is like 86 years old. And he's been doing it for like 70 plus 80 years of his life. So the guy inside Reggie has been doing it for all of his life. Bulldogs fans decided to just assault him. So I don't know if we're going to be hearing any assault cases coming out of you there, Mr. Dogs fan over there. Jaden Sullivan comes off for a HIA here. Are you allowed to come up for a HI? 9 minutes to go here the first half. There's always the one that takes it too far. For that person was not me this time. Yeah, no, it was you. I do remember it. I saw camera footage and I was like, geez, that looks like the mullet that Daz made us. Oh, yeah, no, it is Daz, yeah. The guy inside Reggie sounds wild. He's a character. But again, he's been doing it all his life. Rabbitohs get the short kick here. Oh, Knights, you're a shambles today. Knights, you're a shambles. Knights, you are an absolute shambolic shambles today. This is shambolic. This is scambolic. This is fraudulent. This is fraudulent right now. Second tackle. David Fafita. He'll bring this ball to the 20 on third tackle. Guy inside Reggie sounds wild. If enough people think it's acceptable, then it's okay. Ooh, there is... Don't know about that, man. I don't... Oh, that's going to be a knock on here from the Rabbitohs. Jamie Humphries is going to knock this... No, not Jamie Humphries. That's going to be... Liam LeBlanc who knocks this ball on here. And it'll be Knights ball about 25-35 away. But yeah, no, not too sure about that one, Lagan, because a lot of topics could get brought up there that I don't know if I can agree with. Are we going to forget the Broncos fans are the worst? Disagree. And there always seems to be a Broncos fan fighting a game. Agree. I will disagree on them being the worst. They're definitely top 3, but they're not the most physical worst. Knights are in the biggest shambolic shambles that ever did shamble. It's pretty shambolic. Dylan Brown with the ball. He's going to get this ball to the 18 to the 20 on first tackle. Penalty to the Knights. Hey, Knights, I'm just getting a stick out right now, like a long stick, and I'm just saying, please do something. Just do something. Chelsea says you still have the Titans in first. Well, it's not me. It's the NRL. It's the NRL draw, the schedule results. Like, what do you want me to do? I can't change a lot of myself. There's a late tackle there. So it's a penalty. Knights, they're 15 metres away from the line. Do something, Knights. Do something. Do something, Knights. It's not me that has them there. At the end of the day, they've won enough games. They're top of the table. Why do I tip these Muppets? It's a great question. That's a fantastic question, really. They go out to the left, and now that's Trey Mooney. Oh, he's close. 1 metre away from the line. Second tackle here, 3 metres away. Looks nice. Second tackle. They go to the right. Dylan Brown. Dylan Brown. They get out to Dom Young. Jai Gray back on the inside. He's going to score here, Dom Young. He will score. It's an absolute shambles of a try, but it is a try for Dom Young. He will score there, Dom Young. The most shambles. That makes sense, though. Please tell me this is actually given, though. Please tell me this is actually given. Because they've had, like, 2 tries that have been called obstructions and no tries, and you've also seen 2 tries. I don't know what's happening over here. There's not even a shambles just here. There's a shambles happening behind a damn well camera right now. There's shambles happening everywhere. But the Knights will score Jai Gray. I don't know why Jai Gray is a winger right now. I'm really confused by this. I don't really know why Jai Gray is marking Dom Young. This might be the worst mismatch in the history of rugby league. Oh, no, he does get this down, doesn't he? He does get... Yeah, try confirmed. Yeah, he does. This is the biggest mismatch in rugby league history. Why? No, I know Jennings is injured, Blake, but I don't think your answer should then be, let's put Jai Gray onto the wing against Dominic Young. I don't know if that's the answer. If anything, I would switch off... if I would push... I know Tallis Duncan's the one in the centres. You can't push him out there. But I would... Very distracting right now, by the way. I would probably... Oh, dude, to be fair, there's not really that much of an answer here. They will get the kick here, so it will be 14 points to 6. They will get the kick here, 14 points to 6. With 5 minutes to go here of the half. They don't really have many answers. They don't really have many options in terms of putting it out to the wing. Just give me 2 seconds here, guys. Just give me 2 seconds. They're about to kick the ball off after the try. All right, we're back underway here after the Knights do get that try. And now they'll go second tackle here at the 25, and Trey Mooney will have the ball here. Dad wants us, come on, make it a close game. We needed one this weekend. That'd be nice. Just one game close this weekend. Just one. Just one close game this weekend would be nice. Marcel says, is Bennett all right? Jai Gray's half the size of Young, and you have Seagwalt on the bench. So, yeah, Seagwalt's a great answer. Sorry, I was super distracted before. Seagwalt's a great answer. Yeah, I'd chuck Latrell Seagwalt there, for sure. I don't even know why Tallis Duncan's starting centre with Latrell Seagwalt on the bench, really. Anyway, so it's going to be Knights ball at the 40 on the Rabbitohs side of the field. And they'll boot this ball down here to the 15. And Tallis Duncan will catch this ball at the 15, first tackle. Switch the Rabbits wingers, Graham versus Young and Gray versus Marzu evens out in height battle. Sure, but I don't want to. I wouldn't want to change Campbell Graham to the other side. I wouldn't want to put him on the wing. I did think about this, but I didn't want to put Graham on the other side. That does make sense though, height wise and consistency wise. But no, I just don't know if I want to put him out to the other side because he's completely used to that other edge. Right inside there, away. Campbell Graham's away. Campbell Graham's away. Sets back onto the inside. Fletcher Sharp offloads it to Matty Duffy. Matty Duffy then is going to punch through Kanaponga. He'll be at the 40 on fourth tackle. Great run there from the Rabbitohs. Out of the left-hand side to Ashen Ward. Ashen Ward gets it all the way across to Jamie Humphreys. Then up to Brennan Smith. Smith to Tallis Duncan, who shoves off of Dane Gagai. Good defense from Gags, and he'll be at the 35 now on fifth tackle. Jai Gray gets it across to Jamie Humphreys. Humphreys puts that ball up. Rabbitohs chase through hard. Kanaponga gets it, and then whack down at the 10 on first tackle. Ben says, Duffy fullback? If so, shift them around. I would have made that argument. I would have said that, I could probably put Duffy onto the wing rather than Jai Gray. I don't think Jai Gray on the wing makes any sense whatsoever. I don't think it makes sense whatsoever. And Kilamatungi's trying to strip this ball from Fletcher Sharp, but he's going to get some good post contact there, Fletch. Speaking of Latrell, does Latrell Mitchell still play rugby league? That's actually funny from you, Daz. That's good from you. Dom Young taken down here at the 50 on fourth tackle. Fourth tackle. That's funny. Does Latrell Mitchell still play rugby league? It's a great question. It's a phenomenal question. And fifth tackle here at the 50. Fifth tackle at the 50. And Dylan Brown puts that ball up. Mitchell is a vlogger now. Is he doing vlogs, is he? At the 13 on first tackle. I know he did like a thing for Winmara and with Anthony Albanese the other day. But is he like doing vlogs and stuff, is he? Tim, I stream every single game live. I've not missed a single game of rugby league this year, and I won't miss a single game of rugby league this year. Inclusive of the World Cup, inclusive of finals, inclusive of every single game of the regular season. I've not missed a single game, pre-season, post-season, during finals, anything. We've done every single minute of it, so I'm always here. And Ashen Ward is going to whack this ball down deep. He makes golf vlogs, pretty sure. Get around the old golf. I might actually try and play a little bit of golf when I'm in Kazakhstan this week. I can't believe it. Like, again, as an Australian, I know I bring this up a lot, but like, day, it's my channel. I'm going to bring it up, right? But, so, wait a second. Second tackle, Knights out to the right there at the 40. Dane Gagai, forward pass. He's on over the sideline. Oh, no, he keeps the ball inside. There's a knock on there from the Knights. Rabbitohs get the ball. And now it's going to be play on here for the Rabbitohs. Oh, Knights are a shambles. You're shambles, Knights. You're shambles. I can't even speak about my Kazakhstan because I got to speak about the Knights being a shambles. You're a shambles. You're a shambola. You're shambolic. You are a shambolic. You are shambolic. You're like an Italian when they talk about a pineapple on a pizza. You are shambolic in Newcastle. You are shambolic. Oh, my gosh. When Italian thinks about the Newcastle Knights, they get more pissed off than Italy not making the World Cup ever. It's so frustrating to watch the Newcastle Knights today. Oh my gosh. It is the opposite of Parissimo. Second tackle here at 15. You Italian now. I'm Italian now, Chelsea. They're making me so angry that I become an Italian. They're making me so angry. And they're going to kick this ball. Rabbitohs at the 5. Set restart, South Sydney to 5. Brandon Smith, Ashen Ward gets it across now to LeBlanc, Duffy, try time, Tallis Duncan. You're making me so angry, Knights. You're making me so angry. You're a bloody bastard. You're a bloody bastard, Newcastle. You are going on the fraud. You will go on a fraud. I will put you on there now. I will put you on there now, and I will not hear anything outside of it. I will put you here now. I will put you there now, and I will hear nothing of it. I will not hear an argument. I will not hear an argument. You are on fraud, and I will not hear anything outside of it. You are on fraud. You are a fraud. Don't argue with Knights fans. You know, every single week I get bloody Knights fans coming here saying, buddy, why Knights on fraud? This is why. This is why they're on fraud. Because of this right now. Because of the fraud. Oh, boy. Wait, what? Toast says, no one said this when Messi was losing early in his career with Argentina. What the hell are we talking about? What are we talking about? Mamma mia, Brenton. Exactly right. Mamma mia. Right before halftime, too. It's literally going to be halftime now. Wait, what did no one said this when Messi... What's Messi? Where'd Messi come in? Cut Messi. Where'd Messi come into this? Why? I don't even know what you... Why is Messi just being brought in for Argentina? What? Anyway, 20-6, they get the kick. It's half time, 26. I'm just confused. How did Messi come into... How did that come into the conversation? Yeah, Mitchell said, do you feel better now, Toes Malone? I don't know what just happened there. But anyway, Benny says, B has streamed all 10,640 minutes worth of NRL this season and will continue to do the rest. God help me, eh? You can see how much it's taken. You can see, Shane says incoming fraud alert for the Knights. What do you mean incoming? It's already there. You're there. You are well established. You are established as a fraud alert, mother-bish fraud. You are fraud, McFraudster. If you go to McDonald's, you can order a McFraud and it will get delivered to your table because you are the king of fraud right now. Newcastle Knights, fraud. Anyway, let's get to the halftime stats. Let's get into the halftime stats. And McDonald's, hey, listen, you got McDonald's Jones Stadium. I know you're sponsored by McDonald's. You need to get a McFraud burger in. You need to get a McFraud burger inside because right now, I'm losing my mind. But all right, let's get into the halftime Statamundos. Tim says of Manly fraud too. Absolutely, you lost to Parramatta. Don't you start me. Don't you start me over here, Manly. You lost to Parramatta. Parramatta Squeals. You lost them. They're a scam. They're McCaptain Fraud. And you are Fraudy McFraudsters. Lost to Parramatta. Lost by about 1 million points to Cronulla, who were on scam. And here's a fraud. Shit was. McFraud Deluxe. Exactly right, Shane. It's a special at McDonald's. It's an absolute special. McFraud Deluxe. Can't even spell Manly. Can't even spell Manly. The Knights didn't. What are you talking about? And the Knights didn't. You both are on fraud. What are you talking? Tim, you've had too much to drink today, mate. Listen, it's a Sunday Arvo special. I'll forgive you. You've had a bit too many tequilas, but it's all right. You know, we've got a long day ahead of you, though. So let's see if you can last all the way to the Titan Storm and obviously through Cowboys and Manly. But all right, guys, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. And let's move on down to the stats. The Rabbitohs 20, Knights 6, and this is at a core stadium in Sydney. The try scorers for the Rabbitohs, Campbell Graham, Tavita Totola, David Fafita, and Tallis Duncan, with 2 from 4 on the conversions being Ashen Ward and Jamie Humphreys. And then for the Knights, 6, Dom Young and Kanaponga with the try. Possession, 57% for the Rabbitohs, 43% for the Knights. Oh, this completion rate's something. Brenton, I want you to check the seatbelt on. Click it in. Click it in. Click your seatbelt on and get ready for the completion rate that I'm about to tell you for Newcastle. So 57% for the Rabbitohs, 43% for the Knights. It'll all work out. It'll make sense in a second when I tell you this completion rate. Time possession, 15 minutes and 17 seconds for the Knights. No, 15 minutes and 17 seconds for the Rabbitohs. 11 minutes and 37 seconds for the Knights. That's 26. That's essentially 27 minutes. It's healthy. 25 minutes is what you're looking for at a minimum. They're at basically 27. It's healthy. Now, we're going to get to the completion rate. 80% is what you're looking for. 80%. 80%. Rabbitohs, fantastic. 86%. Brilliant. 20 from 23. Fantastic. We've got a team here on 57%. We've got a team here on 50%. 57% here. Knights are 12 completed sets from 21 sets. 57%. 57%. That is a 67, 77. That's a 29% swing. No wonder the Rabbitohs will win this game by as much as they are. Now, runs what? Okay. NRL.com is wrong with its run meters and post contact meters.
Guys, go onto NRL.com right now. Go into this game and you'll see what I mean. NRL.com, I can't give you the run meter stats right now, guys. Because on NRL.com, it's got 88 runs for the Rabbitohs for 3 run meters and 7 post-contact meters and an average set distance of 0.14 meters per set. The Knights are at 73 runs for 0 meters, 5 post-contact meters. Don't know how that works out. Not sure how you can have 0 run meters but 5 post-contact meters through 73 runs. And then they've got an average set distance of, wait for it, 0.04. The stats are a shambolic shambles, and it makes sense here. I'm not even joking. It has 89 for the Rabbitohs for 3 run meters and 7 post contact for an average set distance of 0.14, whilst the Knights have 73 runs for literally 0 meters, 5 post contact meters, and 0.04 on the average set distance. So if you come here for the stats, it's not the day for you. Unfortunately, it's not the it's not the day for you if you check out NRL.com. So I'm going to skip past that. Anyway, everything else seems to be pretty normal. Tackle breaks is 25 for the Knights, 17 for the Rabbitohs. Surely not. I think these are all wrong here. I think all of these are wrong. That wouldn't make any sense. You're telling me the Knights have had 25 tackle breaks, the Rabbitohs 17? Really? Really? Are you sure? It says here the Rabbitohs are at 79.3% defensively, 25 missed tackles for 8 ineffective. Are we sure? Am I crazy here? These stats seem completely incorrect. These stats seem completely incorrect. It's all these stats are well and okay, finally they've updated it. Okay, now we've got an update in regards to the run meters. So 91 runs here for the Rabbitohs, 771 run meters. That is 140 meters behind the 10 meters average per run that you're looking for. 140 meters behind it. It's not great. They've got a lot of runs, but they're not getting a great amount of meters. Knights are at 73 runs, so 18 runs less for 653 run meters. They are 77 meters behind the 10 meters average per run they're looking for. So the Knights are actually technically doing more with the ball when they've got it. Post-contact meters is 299 for the Rabbitohs, 205 for the Knights. An extra 19 runs of the Knights will not put them to 299. It'll probably put them to about the 270, 260 marker. So the Rabbitohs are definitely winning the post-contact, but run meters-wise, the Knights are actually probably technically winning that if they had the same amount of ball, but they just keep knocking the ball on. Average set distance, 34.61 there for the Rabbitohs, underwhelming. 31.11 for the Knights, also underwhelming. If you don't know the categories, 25 and below is pathetic, turn the stream off. 25 to 30 is disgusting. 30 to 35 is underwhelming. 35 to 40 is hitting the marker. 40 to 45 is great. 45 to 50 is fantastic. And 50 plus is basically perfect. So both teams are underwhelming there. 3 meters in advantage for the Rabbitohs. Average play the ball speed, 3.19 seconds and below is extremely fast. 3.2 to 3.39 is fast. 3.4 to 3.59 is average. 3.6 to 3.79 is slow. And 3.8 and above is extremely slow. 3.7 seconds is 3.77 seconds here for the Rabbitohs is slow, very close to extremely slow, whilst the Knights are at 3.21 seconds, which is in the fast category, getting close to extremely fast. So a massive difference in terms of the speed of this game, play the ball speed wise, and yet the team with the speed is actually getting done over here. And now we go to the passing offloads, 6 for the Knights, 2 for the Rabbitohs. Most of these stats are actually in favour of the Knights. 4 dropouts, 1-0 Knights. Fusel is 100% for the Rabbits, 0% there for the Knights. And then we move down to the effective tackle percentage, and this just seems wrong. It just seems like it has to be wrong here. So 85%, but this is an effective tackle percentage. 85% and below is awful. 85% to 88% is underwhelming. 88% to 90% is hitting the marker, and 90% above is essentially perfect. The Knights are at 91.34% here. That's basically perfect. 211 tackles made is 31 tackles above the typical range of 160 to 180. That's a lot of tackles made. Missed tackles is 17, so on the average of 15 to 17. And ineffective tackles is 3, so below the average of 5 to 7 by 2. So 20 bad tackles in the first half with 211 tackles made. That's really good. 91.34. Well, the team that's leading 20 to 6 right now is at 79.38%. They're sub 80%. Awful is 85% below. They're sub 80%. 127 tackles made is not many tackles at all. They're nearly 100 tackles less than the Knights. 25 missed tackles is insane. That's 8 tackles above the average of 15 and 17, with not many tackles at all, and 8 ineffective tackles, which is above the average of 5 to 7 by 1. So that's 33 bad tackles through 127 tackles made. 79.38% is awful, and it completely makes sense. These stats don't make sense. And then errors-wise, 7 for the Knights is awful. 6 for the Rabbitohs is average. Penalties conceded 3-3 is high on both sides. Ruck and fringes is 3-0 against the Knights, and on reports is 1-0 against the Rabbitohs. So, realistically speaking here, I don't understand why the Rabbitohs are actually leading this game by as much as they are, besides the completion rate. Actually, to be fair, it all comes down to the completion rate. Every single part of it comes out of the completion rate. I think you'd probably win this game, Knights, if you had held the ball. If you hold the ball, you win the game because you're actually beating them in pretty much every other statistic. Pretty much every single one. Except for the score. Except for the score. That's all because you're not going to ball. You're not going to ball it on so much. You knock it on here, you knock it on there, you knock it on everywhere. That's how Newcastle Knights. You knock it on here, you knock it on there, you knock it on everywhere. 90 runs for 3 metres. Steel City defence come out charging. Our town, our team. Wiggles should put on a jersey for the second half. Justin the Human says errors in favour of the Knights. 7 errors against the Knights, 6 errors against the Rabbitohs. So it's pretty much equivalent. They're pretty much just the exact same. There's a whole second half to come here, but this has been a big yikes. It's been a big old yikes. It's been a big old yikes. The best thing the Knights did this game was leave the pitch for the Wiggles to perform. Oh, I didn't even know the Wiggles were performing. I thought that was just a joke there from Brenton. I didn't realise the Wiggles were performing. I did not realise the Wiggles were even performing, nor do I really care that the Wiggles are performing, because we're currently seeing basically the Wiggles play for the damn well Knights in this game. We're already basically seeing it. So still waiting for the second half. Don't forget we've got Manly Cowboys after this. Oh boy, we have not had a single good game so far this round. Tigers Warriors was dreadful. Sharks Dolphins. At the very least, if you look at it from a quality perspective, the Sharks were good to watch individually. But Sharks Dolphins not a close game. Warriors Tigers not a close game. Roosters Eels not a close game and lacked quality. And then the other game was Bulldogs Raiders, and that was the least quality of the lot. Jeez, it's been a tough one. And now we're seeing the Rabbitohs just pump past the Knights, and the quality isn't really here too. Manly Cowboys could easily be an awful game. Hopefully Storm Titans has a bit of pace about it. Like, at least give us something here. Hopefully Storm Titans has a little bit of anything about it. That's all I want, man. I just want a little bit of anything. Because so far we've got nothing. It's been blowout weeks for everyone. So far it has been blowout weeks for everyone. This is still only the first half, so the Knights could still come back here, but they're not typically a second half team. They're not typically an old second half team. I miss quality. I do. I really miss quality, just another human. Like, this FIFA World Cup, we've been seeing such quality across the competition. You know, we're seeing teams like Switzerland go all the way to extra time with Argentina, and then Argentina are forced to score an absolute masterclass goal from Julian Alvarez. You know, we're seeing quality across, like, England, Norway. We're seeing, you know, quality performance all the way across the World Cup, teams that no one expected. And then you come back to the Rugby League and you see the Tigers play the Warriors, and you're just like, what the hell is this shit? You then watch the Bulldogs play and you're just like, I can't believe I actually watched Rugby League. And then we get to this today where the Knights have gone back on fraud, and you're just like, well, shit. But don't forget a team getting beaten 66-0 yesterday that was apparently a top 3 team prior. You know, so you just sit here and you go, what is life? What is life right now? You know, you look over there and everyone's having a good time. You look over there, everyone's having a good time. You look here and you're just like, well, the quality sucks right now. The quality sucks. Yes. Kenny hat-trick incoming, X-Factor says, hopefully. Best quality is the Titans this week. Book it. 100%. Keanu Kenny's going to score a hat-trick, as X-Factor just said. Keanu Kenny's going to slap it down. Zane Harrison's going to score his first try. It's going to be the easiest that ever did easy. The easiest that ever did easy. I cannot believe Munster's not playing. Why would they not play him? Is it an injury? Has he got an injury or something? NRL in an existential crisis. Well, what's strange is that last year I would have said is the most exciting season I've seen nearly ever in Rugby League. I think last year was just so electric across the whole season. where it was highly competitive. We saw massive comebacks. We saw super close games. And I feel like this is a hangover year. I feel like 2026 right now is shaping up as a massive hangover year for rugby league, where it was so good last year. So good. And now it's just so poor. And I love it. And I'm going to love rugby league regardless. But it's a shambles. It really is. It is a shambles. Shambles Saturday, shit so Sunday. Well, we've only had one half here. We've still got 2 games after this. We do. We've still got 2 games after regardless. Are they just doing a birthday cake thing for Jairo right now as we wait for the second half? The whole crowd getting in behind a happy birthday. Jeez, he'd feel so overwhelmed, man. He would feel so overwhelmed on such a good level. But these last couple of months would have been so overwhelming for him. Someone who doesn't really support the Broncos, they did have probably the greatest finals run in the history of the NRL. I wouldn't even be the greatest finals run. It's the best second half of a season I've nearly ever seen. Obviously, I'm not a fan of Bronx, but like it was probably the best second half of the season you've ever seen. That's why I've got, if you're talking about individual seasons, I've got Reece Welch number 1. I've got him above Ben Barber. I've got him above Jared Hayne 2009. Got him above James Tedesco 2019. I've got him above Tom Trbojevic 2021. I've got Reece Welch number 1 for last year. Because he actually won the premiership and he won the Club Churchill and he dragged him into that finals. Trace is hearing them sing Happy Birthday reminds me of me some old evil geezer copyrighted the Happy Birthday song, and it's why it's not in movies and TV. They have to have a variant of it. Really? Jeez. I didn't even know that. But anyway, the second half has started here. It will be the Rabbitohs to receive the ball at the 10 through Ashton Ward. Obviously, guys, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new around here. Definitely a hangover year for the Broncos and the Raiders. Absolutely. But Broncos, Raiders, Bulldogs, and Storm. Well, let's see how the Storm go today. But all top 4 teams from last year on a massive hangover year. At least the Raiders got a win yesterday. But that was against one of the top 4 teams from last year. Bulldogs, Raiders, Storm, and Broncos were the top 4, and they're all just going awful. When was the last time all top 4 teams the previous year didn't make the top 8? Keon Kalamatangi, good run here to the 40 on the night side of the field. To the 40. And I'll whack that ball up. Surely it's never happened. Try predict the South, 76%. You love that, don't you, Brenton? 9th at the ball to 15. I'd really like to see Dylan Brown do something for my super coach. That's what I would like. Nathan Clear on the bye, which means I have to use. And Dylan Brown was available in the Supercoach draft, so I picked him up, and he's unfortunately not really done much of Jack right now. He's not really done much of Jack. He's done less than Jack, really. Dylan Brown to Thomas Carnt, and he'll be at the 30 on third tackle. And that's a forward pass. That's a forward pass. That's a forward pass. Don't know how they haven't picked that one up to Phoenix Crossland. That was clearly forward. Dylan Brown at the 40. He will whack that one away, and he'll come to the Rabbitohs at the 20. That was absolutely a forward pass there from the Knights, though. And Dufty brings it to the 35 on first tackle. I'm sure there definitely has been a season, even though it really shouldn't have been. Has there ever been an NRL season where the top 4 from the previous year did not make the top 8 the next year? Here we go. It'll tell me. Yes. Oh, okay, cool. I was going to say the 2026 NRL season was on track to feature this unprecedented scenario. Okay, well, I was asking about any other year, you muppet. Not this year, because that's what... Silly. Ocean Ward is going to kick this ball. 60-metre game with the Rabbitohs. That's huge. South Sydney catch it. And still last, and that's going to be fifth tackle. Knights will get the ball to 3. Historically, the competition season average turnover of at 3 teams in the finals from year to year, but never have all top 4 teams from one season miss the 8 the following year. No. So it's never happened. Never happened. Second tackle now. And penalty to the Knights. Well, that's just stupid there from Lachlan Hubner. It was obviously going to be a penalty. That's just stupid. He literally went to the sin bin and then was like, all right, I've reached my final form. No, it wasn't because of that. He was amazing since the toilet water incident. The toilet water incident is what really kicked him into gear. So Knights here at the 40. By the way, guys, even if you win this game, I'm not taking off fraud. I'm not doing it. I refuse. Penalty to Newcastle here. Well, this is just weird from South Sydney. So, penalty Knights. I don't know what the Rabbitohs are doing here in the second half. Golden Cup's not a big Knights fan. No, not a big Knights fan. So Fletcher Sharp, they go to Sanders Smith, and now Thomas Kant's going to be at the 25. You got to capitalise on this opportunity here. Got to capitalise on it. Dylan Brown and Trey Mooney bumps off one. He'll be taken down here at the 20 on second tackle. They go to the left. Sanders Smith, short ball. That's a knock on. He's lost the ball there. Yep, knock on Knights. That's a knock on Newcastle. Oh, dude, they've been so poor. So poor. They're challenging this, and you're going to lose this challenge. It is going to be unsuccessful. He definitely knocks this ball on here. So they're going to challenge this. It's quite clearly dropped there. Oh, unless they say that he does regather it, they may actually say this is fine. The right hand does come in between him and David Fafita. Yeah, no, it's gonna be a successful challenge. Good challenge. Good challenge here. It's very lucky because there was definitely a bubble, but he gets his hand in between it. Oh, but it's still bubbling around there. It's still moving around. Like the ball's still moving around, and David Fafita's arm is on it. He's losing the ball there. Like it's not like. Oof. I don't know if I could say that confidently he has possession at all times there. Like the ball is moving around and David Fafita's arm's there. They're going to say successful challenge. I could have definitely argued against what his call was there. But it's going to be nice ball here at the 10. I would have argued that probably still should have been. I would have argued it could have been inconclusive, but because at the end of the day, the ball was still moving around just then. All right, so the Knights, the 15, they give it to Phoenix Crossland, short ball, and the Knights will get held up over the line. Jeez, they got close. Oh, it's tackle 5 held up. Yep, so it's going to come back out here to the 10. He gets held up super close. Oh, geez, a little bit of push and shove here. Keon and Lachlan Crouch. Look at him. Biffo, someone throwing uppercut, you cats. Someone throwing uppercut, you cats. Keon Kalavatungi and Lachlan Crouch, they're just going at each other here. They might penalise Keon here for the big shove. Jace has clearly regained possession. So, Jake, man, you're trying to rage bait here because I know you would have seen the exact same thing that I'm talking about where the ball is still moving around. So whilst you're a Knights fan, man, don't just come in here trying to argue for the sake of that because at the end of the day, you can clearly see the ball moving around. Again, I'm okay with the call at the end of the day, but I still think that you could have definitely made the argument for that ball still moving around. 100%. So enough of that one, man, because you just... Oh, that's going to be a high tackle here against the Rabbitohs, though, Matty Dufty. That is a high tackle against the Rabbitohs, Matty Dufty. It was 50-50. Well, then what do you mean clearly regain possession then? So you've just contradicted yourself there, Jake. So when you come in here, I know you're trying to get a bit of an argument going here. If you're going to come in here and say one thing and say it clearly regained possession, then your next comment you say it's 50-50. You've just negated what you've just said there, and you've come and said 50-50 here. So exactly right. So you're now agreeing with what I just said compared to what you just said, where you clearly just wanted to come in for the rage bait. And that's why I replied to it like that. Do you understand how stupid that is now originally? Because you've said clearly regained possession and then changed it to 50-50, which is agreeing with me. So then why'd you say this at the beginning? Anyway, it's going to be a penalty here to the Newcastle Knights here. Like, you're down 20-6 here, man. Like, I understand you're frustrated, but, like, come in with a little bit of a bit more legit. 35 minutes. I can read straight through that. 35 minutes to go here to game. Knights will get a penalty here. And it is a legitimate penalty because Kalamatangi pushed it into the neck of Lachlan Crouch was a penalty, but there was also a penalty for Matty Dufty coming in with a high tackle regardless. So the Knights now, they're going to be at the 5 on first tackle. And they're going to go out to the right side. Do something here, Newcastle. You need to do something. Trey Mooney gets rocked in the tackle at the 9 by... Yeah, this game's definitely gone up a gear here. Liam LeBlanc with a great tackle there. And Keon Clomatoni comes over the top. It's going to be Kanaponga. Kanaponga out to the left-hand side. He'll be at the 5 metres. Third tackle. Fletcher Sharp. Sanders Smith. And now they'll be 10 metres away. 4th tackle. A try here will bring this game back on. A try here brings the game back on. Sanders Smith. Dylan Brown. Out to the right of Dane Gagai. Dane Gagai taking down the 5. 5th tackle. Not much going on at the moment. I'll give it to Dylan Brown. Dylan Brown needs a good kick here. It's a good kick in a good area. Caught, though, by the Rabbitohs, Jack Whiten. Caught by the Rabbitohs, Jackie Whiten. It'll be first tackle now for South Sydney. So not much going on there for the old attack for Newcastle. Second tackle now the 10. You would have liked to have seen a bit more from Newcastle just now. At least they're showing something defensively to keep the Rabbitohs down here. Third tackle on their own 15, though. Third tackle on their own 15. They give it to David Fafita, and David Fafita with a big run to the 25 on 4th tackle. They really need a big forwards run right now to get them out of trouble. They really need a big forwards run. But Keon Kolomatangi, they won't be massive. It'll only get to about the 33, 35 or so. Yeah, the game is a little bit more chippy now. Yeah, it's better. And Ashton Ward's going to whack this ball away. The Knights are still in this game if they score next. That's out in the full there from Ashton Ward. So Knights... They do put the Rabbitohs under pressure, and they're going to get another good attack and a top opportunity, but they've got to do something with it. They've got to capitalise on it. And that's great work from Fletcher Hunt. He knew where the sideline was and puts his foot over the sideline. It will go out the bounds on the full. So 35 metres away here from the Rabbitohs line. Dylan Brown to Thomas Kant, and he'll be 35 metres out first tackle. They give it out to the left-hand side and up through the middle now is Dylan Lucas at the 20. 20 metres out, second tackle. And Crossland, Dylan Brown, out the back to Kanaponga. Kanaponga! That's forward. Oh, no, Newcastle. Newcastle, it looked like you were going to score there. It looked like you were going to score there, but that is a forward pass from Kanaponga. And it will be a no try, so the Rabbitohs will get away with it again. It will come out to the 10. They found some space on that right wing. I tell you what, the Knights today have been so close to blowing this game away, but they just keep coming up with the worst final outcome. Worst. This is now we're selling hard. Captain Shit says 2 really weird days of footy so far. Yeah, it's not been unbelievable, but these happen. Tyson Frizzell apparently corked his glute. God bless him. Hope he's all right. Well, 5 no tries, but all 5 of them have been legitimate. Both those obstructions were obstructions. Dom Young going over the sideline. That forward pass there, and there was another one that I can't remember, but there was 4 in the first half, and that's the 5th one there. Mitchell says, Knights would be up big if they got out of their own way. Yeah, that's a great point. Kalamatangi, he gets his ball to the 40. Great offload to Brandon Smith, and Smith now to Lachlan Hubner. And Hubner is going to be at the 48 on 5th tackle. Brandon Smith. Ashton Ward. At least he won't get this one out in the full. Good chase here from the Rabbitohs, but Fletcher Hunt, he'll get it at the 20, and then David Fafita makes the tackle there alongside Matty Duffy. Jack Whiten, sorry, at the 20. And Fletcher Sharp, he'll be at the 30 on second tackle. How's my Supercoach team doing? Okay. Dylan Brown on 33. Ooh, I need Dylan Brown to do something. So Knights ball, third tackle at 35. 30 minutes to go of the game here, folks. Rabbitohs lead 20 points to 6. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Dane Gagai goes out to the right. He gives it off to Thomas Cant. And he's going to be at the 40 on 4th tackle. It is at least relatively... Oh, Dylan Brown, good run. He gets this ball to the 45. He tried to catch Kilomatangi offside there for a 6 again, but didn't come. Knights with the ball. Sanders Smith cuts it back inside and then puts up a basic kick that's just going to go straight to Matty Duffy, and Duffy brings it out now to the 10 on first tackle. Sydney looking dangerous. South Sydney have not looked dangerous at all in the second half. Knights are the ones that have been looking dangerous in the second half. South Sydney haven't done anything in the second half so far. They've regressed massively in the second half. Well, they need to actually start to look dangerous because right now they're doing the complete opposite of it. They're only getting the ball at their own 10 and they're kicking the ball to the 50, to the 40 on the other side of the field. You watched this game. Go on, Cups. Are you watching this game? South Sydney haven't had an attacking position in this second half whatsoever. I don't actually think they've gotten past the attack. I don't think they've gotten past the 40 this entire second half. Oh, you said righteous. I think you said dangerous. That's my bad. What do you mean by Sydney looking righteous? Sorry, that's my bad. My brain, for some reason, thought you said dangerous there. First tackle, now second tackle for Dom Young. They'll get this ball to the 25. Don't forget, Manly versus Cowboys after this one. Sandon Smith to Fletcher Sharp, and Fletcher Sharp's going to be at the 35 on third tackle. It's the Duggins instead of the Knights. Yeah, there's a lot of similarities. Oh, he's lost the ball there. That's going to be a penalty to Newcastle. The Knights are literally asleep. I can't help but laugh to keep from crying. Yeah, look, it makes sense. But the Knights will receive a penalty here. It is soft, but it's a high tackle. He lost the ball too. So the Rabbitohs will give the Knights another attacking opportunity, but they've had plenty here. You've got a capital. Oh, they haven't kicked it out in the full. It's Rabbitohs' ball. That's some brilliant stuff there from the Rabbitohs, and it's going to be their ball at the 30. Who was the one who just knocked that ball? But Campbell Graham has knocked that ball back in, so the penalty goes to the Rabbitohs. The Knights kick the ball away for a penalty, but it doesn't go to the sideline. Rabbitohs use second tackle at the 35. It goes Jack Whiten. That's great stuff from Campbell Graham. Doesn't go out in the full. Doesn't go out. Brandon Smith, great run. Should be 6 against South Sydney. Should be 6 again there. Don't know how that wasn't called 6 again, Atkins. Out to the left. Jaden Sullivan. Tallis Duncan at the 24. On fifth tackle now. Jai Gray to Jaden Sullivan. And the chase is good here. Jack Whiten also knock. Oh, he's caught it. Fletcher Hunt. Nice work. Nice work. Cardinal sin. Yeah, that would be the cardinal sin. The top 3 worst sins in rugby league. That, not kicking the ball out from a penalty. There would also be just dropping the ball, knocking the ball on, or making an error off of points on your next set after points. And then what's the third one? There is definitely... there was one that someone brought up the other day. Oh, massive hit from Brando Smith. Wow, he's rocked him here. Fourth tackle at 13. Rabbitohs have just simply been the better team today. They haven't been perfect, but they've been the better team. Oh, it's huge line speed there from Brandon Smith. Sandon Smith is down injured right now. God bless him. I think it's his left leg. Or is it his right leg? I don't know which one it is. He's got a leg injury here. Oh, dude, that shot from Brandon Smith on Crouch was huge. And he made him hear it. He made him hear it. You can see him open up it. Oh, jeez, just an awkward tackle. Just a really awkward tackle there. Oh, yeah, it's the right leg, the lower calf area. Jeez, what a hit. Fantastic hit from Brandon Smith. He's been really good here today. Really good. If Knights can't win this at the Jokers of the league. Oh, no, I think there's a few other teams that are more jokey. Oh, how is that a penalty? What? How can you call that as a penalty against South Sydney? What? That's awful. They're just adjudicating based off of an injury there. There was nothing wrong with it. It was just an awkward tackle. Anyway, penalty to the Knights. They're going to have the ball at the 45. That is a bullshit penalty there from Atkins. That's not a penalty. That is just awful that he's called that. Dylan Brown at the 50 gives it off to Kalaponga. Kalaponga taking it down to the 40 on second tackle. Oh, if they score a try here, you're just going to be like, come on, man. Fletcher Crossland to Dylan Lucas, and Dylan Lucas pushes away from one, and Smith comes over the top and gets him at third tackle at 25. And that's a forward pass there from Newcastle. Oh, wow, they didn't even call that, did they? Okay. Craig Atkins, this is getting a little bit weird. Dylan Brown is going to run this ball. He'll get it across to Sandon Smith, Dylan Lucas. And Dylan Lucas will be at the 15 on fifth tackle. We need to go through the jokers of the league. Oh, there are plenty of jokers in this league, Mitchell.
Oh, that is, and okay, the Knights are one of them because that kick is hilarious. 7 tackle set for the Rabbitohs, nowhere near competitive enough, and the Rabbitohs can get away here. Jai Gray's away. Jai Gray's away here. Jai Gray's away here. Jai Gray's away here. Jai Gray is still going to the 40, the 35, the 30, taken down on 0 tackle. This is, okay, you know what? I'm starting to agree. The Knights are in there. Your team's there, Mitchell. My team's there. Dragons are also there. Oh, Dave Fafita. Oh, Rabbitohs are going to win this game for sure. First tackle at 10. They're going to score a try on this set. 100%. 100%. Quick play. Quick play. Rabbitohs. Jack Whiten. And, oh, good defense there from Newcastle on the scramble. 1 metre out. 6 again. 6 again. Jack Whiten rolls it back. Campbell Graham. That's going to be knocked on from the Knights. So it's going to be another 6 again here. And the 100% they score at the end of this set. If they don't, then they're the jokers of the league. Dogs are definitely on the jokers of the league level. 0 tackle, 6 again. They're going to get close with Sin Bitty of the Knights. They go out to the left. They go quickly. Tallis Duncan gets it to Tavia Totola, and Tavia Totola is going to be at the 10. This is a good scramble for the Knights at the very least. And they'll give it to Keon Kalamatangi. And Kalamatangi is going to push this ball from to the 3, to the 2. There's no way you let that go. 2 metres out. Second tackle. Quickly, left-hand side, Matty Dufty. Dufty gets it across to Jai Gray. Jai Gray pushes away from a couple. Jai Gray still going. Ooh, slips over there in an awkward tackle. There's nothing wrong with it, though. It's just he's had a real weird slip. And it's a penalty. There's no penalty. Unless it's a high tackle, there's no penalty here for a bad tackle. Oh, there is high contact. Okay, so that would make sense then. It's just there's mitigation. This was a KO. This actually probably benefits the Knights in a lot of ways. But also, if I'm Grant Atkins, I'm warning them because they gave up like 3 or 4 6 against just now and then gave up a high tackle penalty on a breakaway. So I'm surprised he's not warning them. All right, Rabbitohs. Here they go. They choose not to go for the 2. Wouldn't make sense. Cameron Murray is 3 metres away from the line. Going for the try. I love it. They go to Vita Totola. And Totola... he will be about 3 metres out now. Second tackle. Jamie Humphries with the ball. He's going to go himself. And he'll be held up over the lines. They'll take him back to the 10. Good work there from the Knights. They actually forced him over the line so that he'd be held up. So they go back to the 10. Lose the 10 metres. All right. They give it off to Keon Kalamatangi. Kalamatangi at the back here to Ashton Ward. Quick passing. Matty Dufty's still going here. Matty Dufty to 5 on 4 tackle. This is probably the best defense I've seen from Knights in a while, to be fair. Their defense usually is awful. Kalamatangi out to Jaden Sullivan. Kicks his ball through. That's played at by the Knights. And then it's going to be Rabbitohs receiving the dropout here. Either way, it's going to be a nice dropout because Kalamatangi gets taken down to the in goal. Knights are so close to breaking this game open, but the Knights are making sure they don't. The Knights are so close to breaking this game open, but the Knights are making sure they don't. If you're doing it from a nice perspective, sure, but if you're talking about the Rabbitohs are really close to breaking this game into a massive blowout. All right, so the Knights, they will not put that 10. That will not go anywhere close to the 10. Chelsea says, why do you have so many ads? I don't do it. YouTube does it. The best way to watch my streams is having YouTube Premium. I don't click any ads or whatnot, but obviously it's monetized because... you know, it does support this channel. So, yeah, the ads just come from YouTube. But the Rabbitohs are 10 metres away here from the line. And it'll be Jaden Sullivan onto Tavita Totola. And Tavita Totola is going to be 10 metres away. Walker would have been sent off if he was in this game. Oh, 1,000,000%. Billion% he would have been. And they give it to David Fafita. Fafita, he's been strong today. He's been in a mood today. Second tackle at the 2. And they'll go out left-hand side. Quick passing. Tallis Duncan. Good defense from Dane Gagai. He's going over the sideline here. Oh, very close. Well done, Tallis Duncan, not going over the sideline. I give it across to Jaden Sullivan. Sullivan to Keon Kalamatangi. And Kalamatangi now, he'll bring this ball to the 8 on 4 tackle. They give it to Ashton Ward, Dufty, Dave Fafita. Oh, it's a good pass. Oh, it's a knock-on from the Rabbitohs. Well, Rabbitohs, I don't know how you didn't score on those sets just now. I don't know how you didn't do it. I do not know how you didn't score just now. 21 minutes left here.
That was good defense there for the Knights. They don't typically have good defense. That was good defense from Newcastle. That was good scramble D. Because if the Rabbitohs scored there, it was definitely game over. 14 points is still doable here for Newcastle. It's unlikely, but it is still doable. Alrighty. So it's going to be first tackle for Newcastle at the 15. 20 minutes to go here at the game, folks. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe for new round here. Just to confirm, since the internet stuff before, the internet and the stream is running smoothly now, yeah? Just to confirm that in the chat. Tim Thomas says, if Knights lose, they will go down to the ladder. Only if Manly win. No, they won't. They'll be in 5th regardless. No, they won't. No, Knights, even if they lose, they stay in 5th. Wrong. Perfectly smooth. Okay, sweet. Yeah, because we had a few problems at the beginning of the stream. And oh, to the Browns. Just punched off one. Gets the offload away to the Dane Gagai. Dane Gagai, Dom Young. What a great play there from Dylan Brown. I'm nervous about Kazakhstan. Like, it's a new country, internet-wise. I'm nervous about Kazakhstan with the internet on Wednesday. But they do say that Almaty is pretty good for internet. Dylan Brown just absolutely punched off of Jaden Sullivan. Sullivan's actually down with the HIA here. It's a bad tackling technique. God bless him. He rushed up in defense there, Jaden Sullivan, but unfortunately he got absolutely crunch and mundossed. Spelling lose is loose is a cardinal sin. That is true. What percentage of short dropouts actually come off? It must be about 1 in 10. Most of the time, it just hands the other team great field position. I think they're way overused. I think that your comment makes sense and is fair 2 years ago, but I think you'll find in the last year, this season and last season, the regression of short dropouts has really been significant. Like, we saw the short dropout become a thing because of Jamaica in the last World Cup. Jamaica kept winning their short dropouts, and then every NRL team was like, oh, that's pretty cool, we're going to do that. And then they realized, there's not many short dropouts that actually work. I think the Tigers had a couple actually on Thursday, though, or Friday. But the point matter is that, they don't typically work, man. It gives you a chance to get the ball back, but it also gives you a chance to be under a significant much more pressure from the start. Knights get this ball, fit tackle, and it will be Rabbitohs ball at 15. So Rabbitohs, they'll get this ball to the 30 now through Campbell Graham. First tackle. 19 minutes left here. So, this year you're not seeing too many teams actually take the shorties for the most part. And last year we saw a lot more of a regression as well. Dave Fafita at the 43 on third tackle. Tillbags is just built like that. Well, Kilometre nearly knocked that ball on. They go Matty Dufty. And he'll be at the 50 on fourth tackle. I'd probably say it's probably about, like a 1 in 10 or maybe even a 2 in 10. I'd probably go with maybe 2 out of 10. 2 in 10 probably come off. But that's just an assumption. I'm not basing that on any statistic. Knights will get this ball at the 20 through Fletcher Hunt. And Hunt gets it up to Kanaponga. Kanaponga steps, he moves, he grooves, and take it out to 30. No more grooving. Elijah says, I hope the Panthers beat the Broncos next week. Mate, Elijah, if the Panthers don't beat the Broncos next week, I'm timing you out for a whole 24 hours. Because we can't remove them from the table because it's not possible to remove them from the table because they're not in the top 9. I'd time you out for 24 hours next week. How about that one? Frizzell's offloaded that ball there. Matt Croker taking out the 45 on third tackle. They give it to Kanaponga. Ponga forward pass. Forward pass for sure. Dude, they're missing so many forward passes for the Knights today. They go Sandon Smith. He'll get this ball across to Dylan Brown. Has to come back for it. Not a good pass there from Sandon Smith. Dylan Brown kicks the ball over the top of Dom Young, but Dom Young was not even watching. That's going to be a dropout. Dom Young, that's lazy. Dom Young, why are you not ready for that one? Why did you jog the entire time? Dane Gagai chased that. Ended up being a good kick. It ended up being a dropout. That's a great kick from Dylan Brown. Why is Dom Young not looking like he has any intention to get to the ball there? Good on you, Dane Gagai, for chasing it through. 17.5 minutes to go here. Jamie Humphries. He will go for the long. No, he's going to go for the shorty. Okay. Well, the weird shorty. It goes to the 20. Knights taking it down to the 24 on first tackle. Charles says, I swear if I get another ad, I just got 3 more. Well, I don't know why you keep telling us this, Chelsea. I can't do anything about it. Like, it's not me clicking on it. Like, I can't Yeah, again, the only way to stop it is by YouTube Premium, because it's still supports the channel, but then you just don't receive any ads. You don't see any ads at all. I think it's like $5 a month or whatever it is. Dylan Brown at the back here. Sandon Smith. Knock on for the Knights, and the Rabbitohs are away. The Rabbitohs are taking down to 20. He's actually been hit high there. Might be a penalty. This is probably a penalty. He's going to get up here, though, Ashen Ward, but it probably should have been a penalty. Jack Whiten to the 25. And now Campbell Graham, great run to the 45 on third tackle. And they'll give it off to Keon Komatangi. Big run here. He'll get it across. Off to Matty Dufty, to Tallis Duncan. Tallis Duncan's through the line. Tallis Duncan's through the line. Game, set, and match, baby. Jai Gray with a try. 24 points to 6 with a kick to come. Chelsea have had at least 15 ads. I'm not getting premium. It's expensive. Well, again, that's your choice there, Chelsea. But like, you don't have to keep telling us about how many ads. Like, I know it would be frustrating for you, but like at the end of the day, it does support this channel, and I will be remaining with ads. I'm not clicking them. YouTube's giving it to you, but there are other people here who don't even get ads. So yeah, unfortunately, it's just like a bit of an individual thing right now. But Rabbitohs will score, and it's 24-6 with 16 minutes to go here of the game. Jason, can you do me a favour and put on the Knights on scam? So I'm not going to put them on scam, but I had put you back on fraud alert. You weren't actually on fraud alert before this game started. I took you back off it, but I will be putting them on fraud. Yes. Yes. You are on fraud. It's okay, Chelsea. We're just letting you know. 15 and a half minutes to go here again. 24 points to 6. I just want 1 to 12. I just want 1 to 12. I just want 1 to 12. Please, just 1 to 12. I just want a close game here today. Bottom. Bum. I just want a close game. I just want a close game. I just want a close game this weekend. Bum. It is always blowouts. 13 plus every single game. 13 plus blowouts every damn game. I just want a close damn well game. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Shortlist is Cowboys 13 plus. Oh my gosh. Please no. You're telling me this new team was in the top 4? Duraz, this is what I've been saying every week. This is what I've been saying every week. And I had Knights fans saying, why are we on fraud alert? This is why. This is why. This is why. Like, Brenton got it, and I know Jake got it. But there are other Knights fans who just didn't get it. And now you get it. Now you get it. 15 minutes left to go to game. Oh, the Bunny says, we are having such a better season compared to the last 2 seasons. This is the Rabbitohs we know and love. You know and love. But yeah, the Rabbitohs are playing much better this year than recent years, of course. I've just entered this stream and Blaze about to lose his marbles. It's not as bad as yesterday. We're only on game 1 here, mate. We've still got 2 games to go with today. Cowboys, Manly, and then... Like, at the very least, I've had the quality of being able to watch England, Norway, and I've had the quality of being able to watch Argentina versus Switzerland. So, I've been able to watch some quality today. Like, the football game yesterday wasn't exactly unbelievable. I think it was Spain yesterday, wasn't it? Spain-Belgium. Fifth tackle now for the Rabbits at the 35. Yeah, no, we did survive yesterday, Jake. We did survive the July 11th. Knocked back even the Rabbitohs, but Fletcher Sharp gets it. If Titans win 13 plus, I'll forgive this whole weekend, Highlanders, and it'll be the greatest weekend of all time. Okay, that's it. I'm getting premium BRB. Fair enough, Chelsea. All right, so Matty Kuroga brings the ball to the 20 on third tackle. That's been pretty good today. Yeah, pretty good today. Mitchell, yeah, fair enough, Mitchell. Kanaponga to Dane Gagai, and Dane Gagai brings his ball to the 30 on fourth tackle. I'm just letting you know that even though that next game looks like it could be a belter, it looks like it could be, you know, a close enough game, it could easily be a shambles. Manly Cowboys could easily be a shambles too. Matt Croker gets the ball through the middle. They're away here. They're away here. They're away here. But he didn't pass the ball. And they'll be taken down to the 25 on fit tackle. Could easily be a shambles. They go Dylan Brown. Dylan Brown's got a bit of space. He puts that ball up in the air. Dom Young chasing it through. Caught by the Rabbitohs. I think he's in the field of play here, so I think it's going to be a dropout. No, it's going to be a 7-tackle set. Oh, no, it's definitely in the field of play, so no, it's going to be a dropout for sure. The Cowboys Manly can either be the best attacking footy game or the worst diabolical and sloppy error fest. I'm leaning more towards the second one right now with how this weekend's played out, man. Manly Cowboys could be a nightmare. It could end up being a nightmare, son. And the Knights will get the long ball here, and they're going to bring this ball through Trey Mooney to the 20 on first tackle. Gets the offload away to Fans Crossland. Off to Tyson Frizzell. And it's first tackle for Newcastle. 8 metres out. Crossland. Dylan Brown. Brown to Ponga. Ponga try time for Newcastle. I'll take the try assist there for Dylan Brown too. 26-10 with a kick to come. 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 All right. Well, I'll take the try assist for Dylan Brown at the very least. For my Supercoach draft team. And that was way too easy there for Ponga down that right wing. Well, it's about to be probably a 14-point game. Where's the obstruction? No, please don't tell me there's obstruction. No, there isn't. Please. If there was, I might have cried. Too little too late, boys. Well, way too little too late. And Ponga will get the conversion, so it will be 26 points to 12 with 10 minutes to go to game here, folks. Bada bang, thumbs up. Bada bang, subscribe. And bada bang, Manly Cowboys right after this bad boy. And that is whoever... Oh, yeah, with the Rabbitohs winning, that means that whoever loses that game is out of the 8. Whoever loses that game between Manly and the Cowboys is out of the top 8, son. So it's a very, very important game, the next one. If the Cowboys win, they're in the top 8. If Manly win, they're in the top 8. If Manly lose, they're out of the 8. And if Cowboys lose, they remain out of the 8. And they're well behind. Actually, if the Cowboys lose, they're going to be 4 points out of the 8. No, they won't. They'll be 2 points. But everybody, Manly will be on 10 wins and Rabbitohs will be on 9 wins. And Cowboys don't have that advantage anymore. Very important game for Manly. For Cowboys, sorry. It was a handball. I don't even know what you're talking about. Third tackle now for the Knights. They're going to be at 35. What was a handball? Am I missing something? Is my brain not braining right now? What are we talking about? It was a handball. And the Knights, Dylan Brown. Good work there. Gets an offload away as well. Kick the ball through here for Dylan Lucas. Oh! Ball bounces up perfectly for him. Ah! Cowabunga scores! Oh my gosh, the game's actually on here. You're still frauds. Like, you are absolutely massive frauds, but the game's actually on here. Out of nowhere, the Knights have gone and scored bang bang, and it's going to be an 8-point game. It's going to be 26 points to 18. Like, Dylan Brown kicks that alive. Fans Crossland, Ponga, good kick through there for Dylan Lucas. The ball just bounces very awfully for Matty Duffy. And Dylan Lucas gets the ball, and Ponga scores under the post. All right, so Ponga's just gone bang, bang. Also had a try taken away from him early on. What are we checking here? They're waiting for confirmation. Ponga on track for possibly the fastest hat trick in the NRL? Maybe. Yeah, he's won at 12, exactly right. Well, not yet, Mateo. Not yet. Don't get... We might be on for a 1 to 12 here, though. We might be on for a 1 to 12. But if it goes this way, we might see the Knights score 4 more tries and then they win 13 plus. Because they scored 2 tries in the space of 2 minutes. There's still 10 minutes to go here, which means there's still, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 tries to come. Jeez, the Knights might kill them. No, we win this, we go on top of the table. No. What will be happening will be Rabbitohs will be going on to scam. No, mate. You will not be coming off a fraud even if you win this. I will tell you right now, you will not be coming off a fraud if you win this. It will not happen, Brenton. It will not happen. You might even be permanent fraud, by the way. Regardless. I need Dylan Lucas and Jennings to score. Damn, just my luck. Well, there you go. Second tackle now for the Knights. They're going to be the 20. And Crossan goes out to the right to Tyson Frizzell. And Frizzell is going to be at the 25 on third tackle. You will not be coming off it. There is 0% chance, Brenton. And I know you agree. I know you know exactly what I'm saying. They go Dylan Brown to counter Ponga. Ponga, Dom Young. And I'll be at the 50. This is such a random 1 of 12, though. Counter Ponga. Kicks it up. The chase is good from Dylan Brown. Knocked back for the Knights. Knocked back for the Knights. Still here for the Knights. Still alive for the Knights. Fletcher Hunt flicks it underneath. It's still Knights ball. Comes back. Touched by the Rabbitohs, and it'll be Matty Duffy ball at 10. Knights are back. Knights aren't back fucking jack, mate. Knights aren't back jack. It's 26-18 with 8 minutes to go here. Knights are not back jack. First tackle here at the 22. Gary says, "G'day everyone. A very late night last night watching England beat Norway." Yeah, controversially. Controversially, Gary. In what I can only describe as a Charlton versus Leicester kind of match with an odd bit of magic, with an odd bit of controversy. That's exactly damn well what it was, Gary. Third tackle here for Keon Koloamatangi at the 38, sorry. And now it'll be Lachlan Hubner. Brings the ball at the 45 on fourth tackle. They go out to the left to Tavia Totola, and Tavia Totola is going to get this ball now to the 42 on fifth tackle. Brandon Smith to Ashen Ward, and Ashen Ward whacks that bad boy up. Is a chance. Nope, Knights get taken down here at the 14. 7.5 minutes to go here of the game. There's still time. Fletcher Hunt. He'll get taken down to 15 on second tackle. I wonder what is the fastest hat trick in the NRL. Third tackle. This whole tournament has been controversial. Sure, two wrongs don't make a right, though. But sure. The Knights now at 35, fourth tackle. Yeah, so magic. So that's what they're calling it now. Exactly right, Jimmy. Yeah, they're calling it magic now. Fifth tackle at 40. What was magic was Lautaro Martinez. No, Julian Alvarez's goal. Dylan Brown's going to run this ball. Kicks the ball over the top of it. Dom Young. Where's the bounce? Going to come. Oh, Jai Gray's going to get the bounce. Really awful bounce there for the Knights. Rabbitohs get it. At the 40 on first tackle. At least it's made an exciting finish here. The closest game of the round by far. And it was a blowout. And it's like... Sean Johnson hat-trick in 6 minutes and 30 seconds. Fair enough. Rabbitohs hit the 50. A hat-trick in 6 minutes and 30 seconds. Gee whiz. Koloamatangi gets away from one tackle. He's still going here. He's still moving. At the 40 on fourth tackle. They go to the left-hand side. Here the Rabbitohs are. They're 25 metres out. And Koloamatangi. They kick that ball up. Ashen Ward chasing it through here for the Rabbitohs. Campbell Graham. I think it's a knock on Graham. Either way, it's gonna be knock on Rabbitohs, so it'll be nice ball at 10. And mate, this is North Queensland Cowboys forward Gavin Cooper holds the record for the fastest hat-trick in the NRL history. He's scored 3 tries in the space of just 6 minutes against the Parramatta Eels 2015. Okay, so which one's right here? Is it Sean Johnson or is it Gavin Cooper? Dylan Brown. Cooper was a great player though. Both of them were, but Gavin Cooper was a great player for the Cows. They go Sandon Smith. Short ball here to Thomas Kahn. He'll be at the 30 on second tackle. Got to score quickly here, Knights. Got to score twice in 5 minutes. They get the offload away to Fletcher Sharp. Fletcher Sharp now. He offloads. He's still going. He'll be at the 43 on third tackle. Yeah, Parramatta Eels on the wrong end of history is something you would typically see, Logan. Yes. Oh, they're way here. The Knights are through the line. They're through the line. They're through the line. They're through the line. They're going to score. They're going to score. It's 26-22 to get to come. Rabbitohs, there's no way you choke this. There's no way you choke this. The Knights are within 4. And they're about to be within 2. There's no way you throw this. There's no way you choke this here, Rabbitohs. This is insane. There's no way you choke this. I don't believe you genuinely choke this here, South Sydney. The Knights will score, and it's going to be within 2 points here. I don't believe it. I don't believe what I'm seeing, Rabbitohs. 26-24 with 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go here. Rabbitohs, you've just potentially thrown the unlosable. Oh boy. Shouldn't count if it was scored against Para. Yeah, that is true, Jimmy. That is true. So 4:40 to go here to game. Yeah, I cannot believe this is a 2-point game right now. This has been just such a pathetic performance from Newcastle for 70 minutes of this game, and then they've just scammed their way in with a chance here. Like, they've just scammed their way with a chance here. The try scorer was Harrison Graham, Daniel Foster. Harrison Graham scored the try. All right, so 4.5 minutes to go to game. And Fletcher Sharp gives it off to Trey Mooney, and Mooney is going to bring this ball here to the 15, and Kalamatangi takes him down at the 20. You wish for a close game. This happened. Yeah, we did. We started singing. We started singing for a close game. We got it. They got to the right side. Dylan Brown, Dane Gagai, right. No, he's going to have a sideline. He's throwing the ball back inside. Dylan Brown gets it. He was going over the sideline otherwise. Second tackle at 35. That was very lucky there for Dane Gagai. They'll pass that ball all the way across to Kanaponga. You've still got to score another... Well, you only need a 2-point field goal now, Newcastle. What on earth is this? And now the Knights will be at the 40 on their own side of the field on 4 tackle. Fence cross on Dylan Brown. Dylan Brown, he'll get this ball to the 40. They'll go to the left-hand side to Kanaponga. Kanaponga's going to put this ball up into the air. I don't know. Is it a knock on Rabbitohs or Knights? Knock on Rabbitohs. It's Knights ball 10 metres out. Oh, no way. South Sydney. Oh, no. They're actually going to lose this. Oh, no way. They're actually going to lose this. Oh, this might actually be a knock on Knights. I don't know who puts... Rabbitohs are going to challenge this. There's no way. 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go here. And it's going to be a knock on Knights here first. You watch. I can see that 15, the 15 hand. Tyson Frizzell, I think it is. I think Tyson Frizzell's left hand's going to get in underneath this. And that's Frizzell's finger there. This is Frizzell's finger here. It's a knock on. Yeah, it's his hand there. Yeah, it definitely does. Tyson's left hand touches the ball first. Knock on Knights. Rabbitohs, you're so lucky, bro. You're so lucky. You are so lucky. So Rabbitohs will get this ball here at the 10. Well, Rabbitohs... No, there's no way. The commentary said, depending on who you support, you'll see that a different way. There's no argument there. There's clearly Tyson Frizzell touched that ball first. You can see his hand in the middle, the ball that goes towards Duffy without him touching it, which means that someone has to touch it, and his hand's the one prominent in the middle, right next to his chest. So it doesn't matter if you're a Knights fan, Rabbitohs fan, or a neutral. You're seeing that the correct way in the fact that was a knock-on from Newcastle. So second tackle now for the Rabbitohs. They're going to be at the 20. So now bottom for sure. It is now out of nowhere. It is now out of absolutely nowhere. Don't forget, we've got Manly Cowboys right after this, guys. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Keon Kalamatangi is going to bring this ball now to the 40 on 4 tackle. The 40 on 4 tackle here. The last tackle for the Rabbitohs, and Ashen Ward is going to whack that ball up straight down to Guts, and Kalaponga will get this at the 10. They give it underneath to Fletcher Hunt, and Fletcher Hunt's at the 15. It'll be first tackle now. First tackle. They go out to Dylan Brown. Dylan Brown to Dominic Young, and Dominic Young... Oh no, Dom. Nearly went over the sideline. Second tackle here at the 25. He's lost the ball. No.
Others just said to bring the ball back. I heard the whistle get blown. He just told him to bring it back, and he didn't even bring it back. So stupid that what the referees do there. 38 likes, hit the button. People, yeah, hit the thumbs up button. So third tackle now, and they get this ball across. Tyson Frizzell. Frizzell now is at the 35. Well, he's lucky he went down anyway. It would have been a destruction otherwise. Fourth tackle. They give it across Sandon Smith. I don't know what this is, Newcastle, right now, but they spread the ball back to the right-hand side. Trey Mooney's... Oh, dude, what is this shambles from Newcastle? And it's a penalty to the Knights. They're actually going to penalise him for a hit without the ball here. They're going to get a great chance to win this game here, Newcastle. Yeah, Kanaponga's been hit without the ball there. Yeah, it's a correct call. It's a correct call here. They're challenging this, but they will lose this. This is a challenge here from South Sydney, but they will lose this. He's clearly not received the ball there. He's got plenty of time to pull out. He's already made his decision to go and tackle Ponga. Jack Whiten's clearly taken Ponga out. There's no high contact, but like it's very clear that he's already made his decision. He just assumes the pass is coming. No, there's nothing wrong in regards to... There's no high element there. So the captain's challenge is unsuccessful, and it's going to be Knights with a penalty. They get inside the attacking half. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go, Newcastle fans, Rabbitohs fans. Here we go. Here we go. Knights here. They'll be at the 35 with 1:17 to go here of the game. They go to the right-hand side to Dylan Brown. Dylan Brown's going to give it out to Kanaponga. Kanaponga here. He sets back on the inside. Second tackle. This is your last set here, Knights. KP milked that a bit. Not really. Like, he got tackled without the ball. It's 100% just a penalty. Dylan Lucas through the middle. Can't get the off all the way. Third tackle, 25 metres away. They go to the right-hand side to Dylan Brown. Dylan Brown out the back now. Kanaponga. Dom Young. No! He threw the ball over the sideline, and that's the game. Oh, he's thrown the ball over the sideline, and that is going to be the game. The Rabbitohs are going to win it. Caitlin Ponga, you still concussed 6 again, mate, says. Oh, dude, what a way for the game to finish. Rabbitohs, you're lucky you're not on fraud alert. Knights, you're definitely on fraud alert. But, geez, what a finish we had to this game with the Knights going bang, bang, bang to get back into it. They were down and out 26-4 at one stage, and then they came back to 26-24, and there's 10 seconds left here. Well, Rabbits are very lucky, Elijah. But they are going to be moving into 7th position for the time. No, they're going to move into 6th position for the time. Hey, by the way, Dolphins, Manly win later. If Manly win this next game, you're in 8th. You're in 8th, Dolphins. Yesterday is a nightmare for you. But South Sydney, you will win, and you will absolutely get over the line in just heart attack circumstances. 26-24. Happy birthday, Jai. And great win there. Well, not great win from the Rabbitohs, but they will get the job done against the Newcastle Knights. Knights will just be ruined how they came into that game at the beginning. But guys, hit that like button, subscribe for new round here. I'll be seeing you in about literally 2-3 minutes time for Manly versus Zip Parramatta, not Manly, Parramatta Squills. Manly versus the North Queensland Cowboys. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. See ya. Newcastle, you on fraud. Woo, you on fraud, baby. You on fraud.